Yo! What is up, boys? Hello, hello, hello. I don't know why typing Ludwig gets you timed out. Mods, can we turn that off? Mods! Mods, turn that shit off. It ain't me, bro. Is this a Japanese manga hat? That's gotta be racist. That's gotta be racist, no? That's like seeing an American flag and being like, is that an English McDonald's hat? What does it say? It says Dojasu. It's for the fucking Los Angeles Dodgers. It was a gift for me from Tim. Shout out Tim. Chat, what is up, y'all? Hello, hello. Oh man, I'm sick today. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if you can hear it. I'm choking back coughs. I didn't have any cough syrup today. Like Robitussin. Is Robitussin the shit that they would mix with Sprite to make lean? Anyway, I didn't have any Robitussin today. Cause it makes my stomach hurt, but fuck, dude. My ass is getting beat by this cough. I don't know where this came from. So anyway, today ain't going to be a long one. I'm not feeling tip-top. All right? But we got a big video to react to today. Yes, sir, we do. What? No, I just saw the worst news ever. What? Will not be able to go. Oh, I'm not even showing you guys. Will not be able to go to Supernova this year. Got a double ear infection and am recommended to not fly. So I'm stuck in Europe until Saturday. Dude, no. Sad. I'm crashing out. Damn, bro, that sucks. A double ear infection? Yeah, like both ears. I don't think you can get a triple, but I guess I don't write the rules. So, damn, that sucks, bro. If you don't know, hey, that's Moist Mogul Zane. That's our Moist Mogul Zane. Who's like a fucking god at Supernova. Shit, dude. That tournament was supposed to be stacked. Bro, when you said the worst news ever, I thought Mr. Beast died or something. Our brains are different, man. My worst news ever is one of my esports players not competing. Your worst news ever apparently is Mr. Beast dying. Which would be sad, but... Update on the music thing. Oh... Yeah, that's a good point. Guys, if you haven't already, you can submit. Let me change the thumbnail. You can submit. Bro, listen to my voice. Speak right. Fuck, speak good. My bad. Why you're in a hat? I didn't do my hair today. We have a Google form. You can fill out the Google form. And if you do, you might be submitted for our next music playlist stream, which is going to be run by Porter Robinson. That's the game plan. Oh my God. Never mind. Don't submit. Never mind. Holy fuck. There's 1,300 responses. Holy shit. Hey, mods. Y'all got some work tonight. Yes, sir. Mods, y'all got some work tonight. We got to go through some forms, fellas. All right. Hey, it's not a lot. 50 forms apiece. 50 forms apiece. We'll get through it lickety-split. Thank you to $10. Evil G Minion. Wanted to send this yesterday, but got paid today. If you ever do Bloodborne, which you should, you can finally get a pizza cutter. Wait, I don't get the reference. Is that a Bloodborne thing? You can finally get a pizza cutter. Are you bringing up that I'm not circumcised? What's going on here? I'm confused. When I'm confused, I get stressed out. What's that mean? Is it a reference I don't get? It's a weapon in the game? Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I mean, I'd like to play Bloodborne. I would like to. It feels like a gamer. It feels like... I feel like there are games that gamers need to play. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like if you're going to call yourself a film buff, there are movies you have to watch. I think the same exists with gamers. And I don't know, but like, I don't know if Bloodborne's necessarily on the list. I would argue you just need to play one From Software game to completion to be a gamer. It doesn't necessarily need to be Bloodborne. But I'm not just trying to be on like the bare minimum list. I'm trying to be like honor roll. And I feel like for honor roll, you need Bloodborne. You need Bloodborne. Thank you for the $5, Nicholas. What do I do if I put you down as a reference? I just need to say I was an IT god and it was sad to see me go. You say exactly that. You give them my business email. You can make up the fucking email for all I care. I don't give a shit. Ludwig@gmail.com. And when they send the email and I don't reply, you'd be like, he's so busy. He's so busy, that guy. What do you think about the Mr. Beast dog pack situation? I reacted to it on stream and I talked about it. Well, actually, frankly, I think I've talked about it every single stream since. I don't think there hasn't been a stream where we've talked about it. But where I'm currently sitting is this is me. I'm like that SpongeBob meme where he's getting coffee. Waiting for Mr. Beast's reply. I'm waiting for Mr. Beast's reply. That's where I'm currently sitting. You know, and until then, frankly, like, I'm not, like, going to be reacting to Mr. Beast video on stream. It's just, like, I'm cool until that happens. He's not going to reply. I mean, candidly, he might be able to get away without replying. I don't think it's the best idea. But he probably can get away without it. Remove the hat? It's not like there's nothing crazy underneath. Oh, you thought I was bald. Oh, I'm bald underneath. I'm bald underneath. No hat. I'm bald. I'm bald. I'm bald. If you're coming from the YouTube videos, I'm bald. Fuck. I'm bald. I'm bald. Hold on. Let me tag the entirety of my Discord. Let them know I'm live. I'm live. I'm live and sick, but still doing my thing. Chat! Schedule for the week. Let's run through it. Tomorrow is the 6th. I will be live a little before 4 p.m. Pacific. We are playing Fall Guys. I had a lot of fun yesterday, and we're playing with a great group. It's me, Ellum, Foolish Gaming, and Selbit. All right? Crushing kids with our boots. Tomorrow, Fall Guys. Okay? This weekend, both Saturday and Sunday. Okay? Saturday and... Actually, no. That's a lie. This weekend, Saturday, not Sunday, I'm going to be watching Supernova all day. It's probably going to be a 10-hour stream. Because I'm maybe less. Maybe like 6 hours. Because I'm going to be watching Rivals 2, which has a Sunday slot. Shout out Rivals. And I'm also going to be watching Melee. I might even watch Ultimate. Maybe I'll run a 10-hour stream. Who fucking knows? But I'll definitely be watching Rivals in Melee. So... Supernova. No, we're still. Hey, we're still. Well, no. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Yeah. We're still streaming Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I just don't know what I'm doing yet. One of those days I'm going to do a Q&A, but I must answer honestly. But I'm going to wait for my voice to get like a little bit better. Valorant streams. I might do a member-only Valorant stream tonight. Let me ask Stanzy. Trying to Valo tonight? I'm going to read the last message Stan sent me. It's not the complete message, but I think it's really funny. This is not in any way altered. I am merely cutting off where it finishes. He texted me. He said, dude, this Flava Flav stuff with women's water polo is making me think. That's great. That might be one of the greatest messages I've ever received. That I don't know what that means at all. I don't know what that sentence means even a little bit. I know nothing about that. Man. Thank you very much for the $5. Evil G Minion. In one of your old videos, you say it's uncommon to own a pizza cutter, even though you're the only person I know who says they don't have one. It is an uncommon appliance. No, because now we're doing an appliance tier list. No, because it's not even appliance. What do you call it? Gizmo Gadget tier list? All right, boom. Let's bang this shit out. Okay, straight up. Shower head. No, fuck. What is ass? Ironing board, IMO, ass. I think an ironing board is ass. I think you can do that shit in many other places. I find it mid. What else we got? Is this a bread maker? This is a bread maker, right? I can't. It looks like a. It could be a rice cooker, but it looks like a big bread maker. Is that a rice cooker or a bread maker? It's a rice cooker. See, here's the thing. I feel like a rice cooker is world-renowned, good, or great, but in the hands of the right user. In my, frankly, white hands, it becomes mid, frankly. And this is not it's not an appliance problem. It's a user error. But factually, rice cookers are good, great. Oh, there's astounding? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, I'll put rice cooker great. I hate blenders. I'm going to put them at little bad. Because I understand they're necessary, but when I made protein shakes in the blender, it's so hard to clean that I hate it. Waffle makers, too niche, bad. Just make pancakes. Air conditioning unit, astounding. Godlike, I have one. It is so fucking crucial. My life would be miserable without it. Bathtub, astounding. Amazing. Love it. Ceiling fan, great. It feels nice. It's like a way to circulate the air without like the feeling that aircon gives when it blows directly on you. A giant outdoor freezer. Those are good. I love when they have them. I don't find them necessary. They are good though. Spinning fans, I find mid. I find mid. The relief they give when it hits you is nice, but when it spins away from you, it's sad. KitchenAid's astounding. I feel like KitchenAids are godlike. Relatively easy to clean as well. A radio, I'll put it at god awful. Outdated. Felled off. Computer, astounding. Connects you to the world. Love it. Landline, god awful. Literally zero reason to ever have one anymore. It's almost always spam calls. Fridge? I mean, a fridge is astounding. But I'm going to put this one at good because it doesn't have the water inside of the fridge, which knocks down points. It doesn't have the water in the fridge. So, like, it's vital. Obviously, it's great. But it'd be astounding with the water filter. Coffee maker, good. I think it's good. It's good. Yeah, you would never say that it's great. It's good. It's good. I like it. Shower head. What?
So in all the yapping we didn't discuss when you are playing Sekiro, Ghost of Tsushima, Chained Together and many more.
Dude, we're getting there. Toilet no bidet goes under good. Toasters mid. What is this? A toaster oven? I'll put toaster good, toaster oven mid. This is washer, right? I want to say washers are great, dryers are good. I don't know why, but I'm quite firm about that. Dishwasher, great. TV, good. Vacuum cleaner. Great. My list is falling apart. My list is falling apart now. I'm putting sewing machine at bad. I don't know how to use them. They scare me. Lamp. God awful. Stovetop. Astounding. A electric stovetop. It's a little bad. Microwave is astounding. An oven is good. A pressure cooker is bad. It makes noises that scare me. Shower head. It's good. Can be great if you're kind of freaky. A sink is mid. I don't know what this is. And I don't know what this is. I think this is a heater, right? Is this a heater and is this an air fryer? Is that it? It's a paper shredder. Paper shredder's god awful. This is an air fryer? What? Why is it red?
Bro, did you take too many Adderall this morning? You are off the walls today.
I'm sick. I'm sick, bro. Can I be sick? Can a man not be ill in his country anymore? God damn it. All right. Anyway, back to it. Yo, real quick, shout out the Hawk to a girl. Really making a career out of it. Oh, take the day off. No days off in August. Utensils next. Yeah, we could do that. Thank you, the 20 gifted. Oh, fuck. Okay, I would guess the way that you say this name. Unchej.
A little leapin' luddy. That's what we call him, folks, leapin' luddy. I wanted to thank you for your donation of $50 million gunshot to my campaign. It's patriots like you who are gonna save our country. Okay, have a good stream, bro.
I would guess Nachej.
PJ.
It's PJ? That's it? It's PJ. Are you fucking kidding? Okay. Thank you for the 20 gifted. Did you dono wall cage roll? Dude, I actually think I might have. Hold up. Wait, you're just reminding me that I dono walled them. I paid money to hang out with this guy and then I ignored him. That's so fucking beast of me. Yeah, I dono walled him. Wait, what the fuck? I got scammed. No, not again. Oh, dude. Oh, I don't know if I'm allowed to leak this. Oh. So, okay. If you guys don't know, Connor did a charity auction stream. And one of the items in that stream was an hour coaching session with this guy, Cadril, who's a huge League of Legends content creator and a very good League of Legends player. Anyway, I bid on it, not really thinking I would win, just trying to drive up money for the bids. And I ended up winning, which I wasn't that mad about because, like, ultimately I thought it'd be cool to get better at the game. The bad part is I just looked at our DMs, right? And this charity auction stream happened, a couple weeks ago. I just looked at our DMs. I'm leaking DMs here, which is normally a faux pas. I think this is fine. Dude, he DM'd me 2 years ago and said, if you ever get into League, would be happy to coach you. Let me know. He offered it for free, and I'm paying thousands for it instead. I could have gotten it for free. He literally offered me, and I'm paying for it. What the fuck? Stupid. Oh, man. Okay. Nah, that's for me. Fuck. So embarrassing, bro. W charity, though. Look, man. Real shit. I actually think charity's dope.
Yo, Crip.
Instead of playing Sekiro in one stream like Kai Cenat, why don't you be innovative and play Wukong instead? Then you wouldn't be following the popular trend, you would be setting the trend playa. Be a leader, King. Also, fuck Cincinnati.
Okay, first off, fuck Cincinnati, sure. Second off, I did start the trend. Okay? Elden Ring Oshimashita. I played that shit in one sitting. Who did it before me? Who did it before me? It was me 2 years ago. Okay? Look at the timelines. What?
Ludwig, can we make a decision on this you going bald thing so I can move past the discourse forever?
I will go bald at 10 million subscribers, and that is a promise. Don't clip it. I might be lying. I don't know if I want to do that yet. Thank you very much for the 1,000. Indian rupees. Here to CoffeeZilla winning the slap suit in Canadian investigation into a second Logan's co-owned company, and you ain't you supposed to be bald? Thank you, Flying Danny Tofu. Thank you the $5 Australian Nia Kahlo. If I'll take a coaching session if you don't want it. Thank you. Nia, I need it more than you. You know that. Yo, that hat is straight fire. Thanks. It's from Tim. Thank everyone hearts in chat for Tim. Eric, thank you the 17 months. Fire. Yo, I heard someone say they'll kill themselves if you don't go full body bald. You know what's crazy? I heard that too, Fire. And then 2 people came out and they said they would kill themselves if I did go bald. So it's like trolley problem. Uh-oh, what do I do? Good Man Gamering, thank you the 32 months. Time to Judge Gaming, thank you the £5. Yalud, the first time did my stream and ended up cropping my game capture. Any tips? It can't be that bad, right? First time did my stream and ended up cropping my game capture. Any tips? It can't be that bad, right? The fuck does that mean? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to swear at you. Oh, when you said first time, you meant first time, bro. You went live 2 hours ago. Bro, you just ended. That's great. You just ended straight up. Ended up cropping game capture. Yeah, is it like too zoomed in or something? I can't tell. I can't tell what you meant by that, but hey, time to judge gaming. I hope you had fun. Ultimately, that's what it's all about. Hold on, I gotta check something real quick. 1 second. 1 second. I'm back. Yo, I'm back. Think of the 26 months, James Lou. All right. Chat, are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Oh, yeah, bro. You guys want to talk about this real quick? Hold up. What the fuck? This isn't even a currency, dude. This is the Earth symbol from Avatar The Last Airbender. What? It is a shekel. It's a shekel sign. Isn't that Jewish? It is Jewish. It's an Israeli new shekel. How many shekels have you given me? 15 shekels. $3.92. The shekel has dropped. It is not a good week for the shekel. I will tell you what. The shekels have fallen. Can we play Catan? Have you ever played colonist.io? Tell me you're British without telling me you're British. perfect gamer to gamer. I've never played Catan. I don't think I'm going to start. We are making a One Piece MMO RPG. Oh, Tim, did you delete it because it was self-promo? Tim, you don't got to delete it. Tim, I read the message, Tim. You know, if I already read the message, it's too late to delete. Just generally, it doesn't make sense. You can't. You can't. If I already read it, Tim, you can't delete it. I'll say to delete. You're good, Tim. That was. Yeah, I think that sounds like a great idea. I would have the license. I would have the license if I were you. I don't know if you're just doing this off the fucking cuff. I wouldn't do that shit. That'd be crazy. He deleted because you made fun of the shekel? Wait, why? I think that's what he's doing. Free Palestine! You spend 5 days talking about how Logan Paul's a scammer? Wait, what does that mean? I'm making a new game as a solo dev. How would I go about contacting your game publishing company when ready to take it to the next step? We have a public email you can send it to. You're on my TV. Can you say hi to my girlfriend, Katie? Hi, Katie. Hi, Katie. What up? What up? Hey, Katie, question for you. What's Mario's favorite pair of pants? Nope, that's wrong. That was a stupid answer. Denim, denim, denim. Sorry, I'm sick. Hey, Lud, I have a condition similar to yours called rectum excavatum, in which my rack bends inwards. Damn. Wow. I've never heard of that until now. That's crazy. This is the first I've ever heard of rectum excavatum. That is tough. That's tough. I hope you recover, or I hope you're happy with it. My ex used to make me play Catan. He was very white. I don't recommend. Thank you the 10 gifted the Zimster. Thank you the $10 Eric. Yesterday's price is not today's price. Is that what Cadrill said? I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. Hey, if that was the case, then everyone in the stock market wouldn't be so sad today. You and Squeaks should do Borderlands. Is that a drug? Thank you the 5 gifted Ben Power. Shin, thank you the membership. Katie laughed at that one. Good joke. Thanks, Tyler. When's the RD&D? We filmed 2 episodes. We're filming 2 more this week. So we're going to have 4 episodes ready to go. I don't know when it comes out, frankly. Like, I just genuinely don't know. Sorry, hold up. I got neighbor stuff going on. If you were in a game theory video, I do be spinning up theories, webs, whatnot. Thank you the 2 years Stratocast. All right, chat, can we stop fucking dilly-dallying? Like, seriously, you guys can sit here and yap all you want, but some of us actually care to getting what is in the title and thumbnail. All right? And the title says, is Logan Paul a scammer? All right? So it's like, you know, like, can you freaking relax for a moment? Like, seriously? Like, geez, Lewis, man. Let's get this show on the road, no? What are we doing here? Anyway, chat, is your thumbnail automatically changing? Yeah, I have this guy named Otto who's on my team. He's kind of beast mode. Thank you, Cole Gray, for the 32 months. That's an OG. I just got 50 gifted subs from Avocado Fry Pan. Yeah, baby. Yes. Yes, bitch. Yes. What is Aiden Ross doing on here? Oh, he's on here because of this clip.
Back on the wall, now you gon' see. Better watch how you talk when you talk about me.
I don't know when it happened. It wasn't today. It wasn't yesterday. But at some point in the past 3 years, since I was the #1 streamer, most subscribed Twitch streamer all time, most viewed for a month, the streaming game left me behind. Okay? It left me behind. Because here my ass is still playing Fall Guys with Squeaks. And now I'm seeing Aiden Ross got fucking Donald Trump, DJT on the broadcast. Or DTJ? What the fuck they call him? Oh, I thought that was that. This is my TTS, right?
More drama! Ludwig!
How did this happen?
I need more drama news.
Apparently this happened because Donald Trump's son, Barron, who's like, I don't know how old Barron Trump is, 17, 16? He's like a kid, right? He's 18. Apparently, Barron Trump is an Aiden Ross viewer or like a wear or watches or something. But I think Barron set this up. Not set it up, but like, you know, tipped it off. Which is pretty common. It's actually low-key really common. It's actually because of Dana White. Why did I think it was because of Barron? I heard Dana also knew about it and was tapped in. One second. Just got some neighbor shit going on. Fuck, I'm an idiot, bro. I just wrote fall damage to my neighbor. He's 50. Fuck. That's so fucking stupid of me. I didn't know how else to describe it. No, okay, because we have this fucking... Okay, I'm not trying to get like... Okay, so we have a neighbor. Our neighbors are dope. I like our neighbors. All right? Cutie has like a garden. I don't know if you guys watch Cutie, but she's had this garden she's been working on for like months. She loves this shit. Every day she's out there fucking tending to her garden. Anyway, that's all you got to know. Our neighbor was working on the roof, which is very common. But the people who were working on the roof like removed the old roof tiling and then just went and then threw it onto our side. And it hit Cutie's garden. And then Cutie was real bummed about it. And so then I chatted with him and I was like, yo, you know, your roof guys put your roof on our land and it hit our garden. And they were super nice. They were super nice. They instantly were like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. They like cleaned it up within like literally 30 minutes of me telling them about it. So super chill. But anyway, the guy now is like being nice. He's like following up and stuff. And he's like, is there anything else I can do? Like, is the garden okay? And I'm like, I think the garden will be fine. Like, I was just worried about future fall damage. But because I didn't know how to say, like, the sentence without that. Like, the garden's fine. I'm just worried about, you know, if they come back, like, should I, like, move it so there's no more fall damage? But I don't know how to phrase it. He's being a little coy now. He's got that neighbor humor. I said the fall damage thing, and he goes, all right, well, hey, don't hesitate to reach out if anything else is wrong, and you might want to pluck that cucumber because I might steal it myself. Looks so ripe, and he's not wrong. Cutie's cucumbers look great right now. They're busting right now. All right. I just tuned in and deadass thought this was Miz. I will say Aiden Ross from Side Profile with the hat on does look like a different man. Because he's got a handsome face. But I think it's just the hat. Because he kind of has a bussin' cut. Anyway. Yeah. Donald Trump went on Aiden Ross's stream today. He does not. Wait, really? I think Aiden Ross is handsome. Am I crazy? I think he's handsome. I'm pretty sure. No, he's like. I feel like you guys are conflating like who you like based off personality versus like just the, you know, maybe objective looks. I feel like if he worked a double shift at In-N-Out and you went through the drive-thru and he had like painted nails and was like, you know, smoking weed on his break, you'd be like, damn, he's cute as shit. It's just the context in which you're viewing him. But anyway, that stream happened today, which is crazy. I watched a good bit of it. I'm not even fucking. I'm not even on Twitter anymore. I don't know if you guys know this. I deleted Twitter off my phone because, man, it just blows. It sucks. So I only look at it on computer. So I didn't even know it was happening until I slowly and painfully scrolled through the Twitch app, which is so fucking shit. Dan Clancy! Stop trying to make your very obviously horizontally focused app a vertical video app. It doesn't work. Factually, every single clip in live stream is horizontal. So then tell me, why are we running swipe? Why? All you've done is change the viewing system so that I can't see chat. That's it. And it's harder to go through my following list. That's all that's changed. I now have to click following, and I can't even sort following by viewers anymore. I gotta like fucking click it and then scroll through what it thinks I want to watch, and then scroll through like my 70 following person list to see what I actually want to watch. Look how much dead screen there is. There's so much dead shit on the screen. There's so much dead shit. There's nothing here. Just nothing. Literally no, this is not used at all. You know? Same with the clip shit. Same issue. Makes me mad. Bothers everyone. Yeah, and I don't think I'm being like, you know, like, oh, I hate the new overlay of this website because it's not what I'm used to. I think it literally is just a clash with what the product factually is, which is a horizontal live stream long form video medium, and what it is aspiring to compete with, which is vertical, you know, a swipe algorithm meta. And here's the thing. I wouldn't even mind if the clip section existed if they left the following part the same. I'm cool with you putting the clip section in. I think that's fine. I don't think it'll catch on, but whatever. Like, you know, take a risk there. But, like, give me what I need and then try to give me what you think I want. Okay? Atrioc and Squeaks had a big discussion on this the other day. I'm imagining the picture of the fucking white kids talking about, is Fortnite overrated? Except it's Atrioc and Squeaks for 4 hours talking about the new app. What are your thoughts on Dogpack 404 and Rosanna Paisano situation against Mr. Beast? We talked about a lot about them, but those are both very different things too. You're like putting them together, but they're Rosanna, as far as I'm aware, what Rosanna's talking about has literally nothing to do with what Dogpack talked about, right? Like literally nothing to do. It's not Paisano, it's Pisano. No, wait. Fuck. Paisano's the... Fuck, what is it? Pansino. That's it, Pansino. Paisano is the fucking Mario Bros. Paisano! That's what I'm thinking of. You should call Dogpack on Discord? No. I'm good, brother. I message him offline, but... But I feel like talking online was, you know.
Your Reddit is not a good representation of your community. 20% of your Reddit controls what most people see as they sort by new and downvote anything they don't like and take things too seriously. The parasocial 20 we call M. Live chat is a better rep.
Who asked? What are we doing here? What was that a reference to? Look, I get it if you don't like the Reddit or whatever. I like the Reddit because I can farm that shit for upvotes. And one time I got my truck back because of it. So, you know, hey, say what you will about the Reddit. That shit got me my truck back. Have you seen the new Legal Eagle video? Wait, no. What the fuck? The new Legal Eagle video is terrifying. Legal Eagle. Project 2025. Didn't oh my god. My cough. Didn't Project 2025 get disavowed by Trump? I thought Project 2025 was written by some conservative think tank. But it was so out of left field that Trump already disavowed it. And that's fucking Trump, you know? Like, if Trump reads some shit and he's like, I'm not even touching that, it's like, that doesn't really mean anything. I feel like, personally, if the president or elect, or whatever you call them, the candidate, the nominee of the Republican Party says, I don't fuck with that shit, I'm not so concerned with that shit. You know, not to say that you shouldn't be aware, at least, of what the contents are, but... And maybe what I'm saying is false. I haven't watched a video. I've only seen Trump say that yeah, because he's never lied. See, because that's what I'm saying. We're on the same page now. President-elect Ludwig has insider info. I got some insider information, man. I got some hot tips. Oh, my God. All right. What?
What's your max bench and squat?
I don't know. I haven't squatted in a while. I benched like 225 for like, I think 8 or 9, maybe 2 weeks ago. I don't know what my max is.
Logan Paul is suing me for CryptoZoo only a year after he thanked me for it. Rather than pay back his victims fully, Logan would rather publicly humiliate himself in court by accusing me of defaming him. He's hired 5 lawyers to sue me, which he hopes will stop me from exposing him again. You see, only hours before this lawsuit was filed, I had reached out to Logan Paul about a new investigation into one of his companies, which has just been accused by the Canadian government of being a multi-layered fraud in Canada. I obviously had questions, but before I was able to get answers, Logan's team of lawyers showed up to silence me. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to go through this lawsuit. I'm going to tell you how to support us if you want, because while I didn't think I'd need help, I was wrong. But before we get to my mistake, let's start with Logan's.
Okay, all right. Context. So everybody knows Logan Paul was guy known for being loud vlogger, then Suicide Forest guy, then had career rebound, then became a podcast guy and older brother of Jake Paul, who was more annoying, and so people were like more mad at Jake than Logan, and then boxer guy. And then he became crypto guy, did a bunch of crypto things, and then became crypto scammer, because CoffeeZilla made a multi-part series about Logan Paul crypto scam that all did very well. Yeah, here they are, which was just about a year ago. And then Logan Paul got mad at CoffeeZilla, made a video exposing him. And then took that video down and made an apology to CoffeeZilla. And then rehabilitated his image, became WWE guy, and apparently, according to WWE fans like Nick Yingling, he is a high flyer, which means that he does dope shit in the ring, and so people are fans of Logan Paul, at least his athletic ability. And then, in midst of rehabilitation, he then did this fucking lawsuit, which seemed out of nowhere, because it feels like, you know, he had really everything kind of going for him. He was good in the WWE. People fucking liked him for that. He has a $1 billion company, Prime, that he owns a good chunk of. So we'll see here. We'll see. He's a good wrestler, but he's not a high flyer. Call Nick Yingling.
Hello?
Hey, question. I'm live.
Okay.
Is Logan Paul a high flyer?
In what way? In like wrestling?
In wrestling.
Yeah.
For sure, 100%.
Yeah, why are you double checking?
Because
You don't
someone in
believe
chat, no, I believe you. Someone in chat said he's not a high flyer.
Dude, the guy who said that in chat probably doesn't watch wrestling.
He's probably an idiot.
Well, no, I didn't say that. He just doesn't watch the
You
show.
hate him.
I did not say that.
He's a fake fan then.
He's probably a moron.
Oh shit! Chill.
I'm just
All right.
kidding.
That's all, man.
All right, peace.
All right, hey, that's Nick Yingling. He watches wrestling every week. I'm not gonna pretend that I know. I'm not gonna comment it on any further, but I trust my day one road dog. Art. But anyway, then Logan Paul sent CoffeeZilla some lawsuit. I don't know if it's a cease and desist. I guess we're gonna find out, and this is where we're at now.
This lawsuit is not about Logan Paul getting defamed. Instead, this is about him trying to dodge accountability, victims, and blame anyone but himself for his problems, especially me. This lawsuit says Logan Paul wants to hold me accountable for my actions. But what actions are those? Holding him accountable? It's ironic because his lawyers claim Logan has learned to believe in the importance of accountability. But accountability for who? Currently, Logan is fighting the victims of CryptoZoo in court, and now he's fighting the journalist who exposed him in the first place. Personally, I believe Logan has learned nothing from this except how to silence people with the law. But I won't be silenced because Logan's lawsuit makes no sense. We're going to go through it because from the beginning, there's
Guys, when I cough, you can't say shh. We're trying to watch. I'm sick. Don't do me like that. You cough like an iPad kid. What the fuck?
problems. Logan's 5 lawyers tried to discredit me as a journalist. They paint me as someone who wanted money. They say I had a false and malicious narrative. But you know who doesn't believe that? You know who secretly praises me behind the scenes?
This journalist, YouTuber, crypto uncoverer guy named CoffeeZilla, who's incredible, by the way. A very thorough, good-hearted, smart guy, did a deep dive into this project that I attempted to make called CryptoZoo.
That's right, it's Logan Paul. He's the biggest enemy of Logan Paul's defamation case. Who knew? Because defamation requires actual malice and a reckless disregard for the truth.
Pause. That's incorrect. A defamation lawsuit against a public figure requires actual malice. The standards are different when you were dealing with a defamation lawsuit against a private figure. However, in this case, it is applicable since Logan Paul is obviously a public figure.
But he just admitted on camera that I am thorough and good-hearted. Maybe that's why he wanted to remove that video from the internet, according to the YouTuber who released it.
The only issue that was ever communicated was remove this crypto stuff, remove this CryptoZoo stuff.
It's applicable. I'm not saying it's not applicable. I'm just explaining why it's applicable here. Guys, I'm not, look, just to be clear going into this, I'm on CoffeeZilla's side. I just like correct information being spread and you guys learning stuff. Okay? Hey, you're going to leave here learning some shit. You think I didn't spend 4 years at journalism school in the Harvard of the Southwest without learning a little thing or two about defamation? Who do you think are the number one most common class of people sued for defamation? It's journalists. And it's no surprise that CoffeeZilla, you know, a crypto journalist or a crypto reporter, is now joining the ranks. It's a very common tactic to sue people for doing stories. It's very common. Ugh.
CryptoZoo it's in there, CoffeeZilla's in there. I'm not going to promote it.
Yeah, remove that CryptoZoo stuff, that CoffeeZilla stuff. Doesn't look good when you compliment the guy you're trying to sue. Maybe that's why Logan isn't even suing me for my original investigation at all, despite most of this lawsuit being a ridiculous fanfic about how I took Logan out of context, that Logan was a victim, that I withheld text messages. Logan isn't suing me for any of the original investigation, though.
What's he suing
because
you for?
He knows he can't. Instead, at the end of the lawsuit, we find what my defamation really is. I'm being sued for 2 videos and 1 tweet where I advocated for refunds. For the victims. Yes, you heard me right. Logan Paul sued me after I tried to get his fans, the CryptoZoo investors, a full refund.
Dylan, think of the 3 months. Wait, what?
Remember, there are 2 parts to CryptoZoo, the NFTs and the Zoo tokens, and Logan chose only to refund the NFTs.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, No, I don't remember correctly.
which is a minority of the losses, and I have
No, if I remember correctly, you could buy and crack eggs. You could buy eggs. No, I don't remember correctly.
had a major problem with that. I told Logan this. I've stated over and over my opinion that it is disappointing for someone as rich as Logan to not make things fully right and instead only
Liz,
pay
thank
back
you for
a
the 20
small
gifted.
part of the losses while fighting the rest of the victims in court. And it
Well, I guess what CoffeeZilla is not mentioning here that's worth talking about is that CryptoZoo is actually really fun and you can make money.
those videos and tweet where I ask for refunds, which I'm being sued for. The first video in question is about Logan Paul not paying out refunds for 6 months. The second video was about Logan's partial refund, having a clause to make sure you couldn't sue him for the rest of your refund. And the tweet, I simply said, Logan's the type of guy to thank you for exposing a scam and block you when you remind him to pay up.
I mean, shit, bro. Both those things happened. How is that defamation? Like, there is a YouTube video that exists on Logan Paul's second channel called Thank You CoffeeZilla, where he thanks him for his expose. Maybe the term scam, but it was a scam. Maybe his scam. That's a stretch. That's the only possible part of the sentence is his scam. But it was a scam, factually. He was an owner of the project. Maybe he didn't orchestrate the scam. And he did block him, so it's like...
I mean, yeah, now he's the type of guy to then sue you. Now, I'm sure Logan doesn't like it when I say things like Logan's victims or Logan's scam, but I have a question. If they're not Logan's victims, whose victims are they? Even Logan admits they are victims. He told me via text, just thought we had the same goal of helping victims instead of a divisive social media war. So he agrees people have been wronged by his name. You know, the thing that he said will earn you money.
It's a really fun game that makes you
money.
So
that makes you money. All right, I feel like you guys aren't grasping that second part because that's big. Carlos! Take the $50. He's so rich. Why does he have to scam people? Well, I don't think being rich stops people from wanting more money. I think the disease of more, if anything, grows stronger when people start to make a lot of money. You know? You hit $1 million, then you start dreaming about 2, 5, 10, 20, 100, billion.
How are these not Logan's victims? He, of course, would say it's his business partner's fault. But remember, Jake and Eddie have been out of the picture for years. And yet, CryptoZoo hasn't been released, despite Logan constantly promising it, and of course, also threatening.
They're just jealous of his bread? Amen. That's facts. There's only two type of people in this world, all right? Ride or dies or fucking haters jealous of your bread.
To sue me.
And you got to ignore the haters. So that only leaves people who can be a part of my echo chamber. Thank you, everyone else, for being a part of my echo chamber. Thank you.
We're going to handle this ourselves while we continue to build CryptoZoo, and I'll see you in court.
By the time this comes out, it'll be done. The game's going to be made. You're going to have the opportunity to get your money back if you want, if you don't want to play the game. And I'm going to take care of the people who made me look like this was a scam perpetrated by me.
Right. Logan wants to sue me and release a finished CryptoZoo game. But he's only done one of those. Since Logan can't blame his partners, Jake and Eddie, for this, because they've been out of the picture, do you think he'll take accountability for not launching CryptoZoo? No. This time, he blames the government. He says releasing CryptoZoo has too many regulatory hurdles. Maybe they should have thought of that before releasing CryptoZoo.
As far as the game itself, unfortunately, it will not be released. I personally spent $400K to have it developed, and after its completion in early 2023, and some further diligence, unfortunately, there are too many regulatory hurdles, and that would need to be cleared that I did not originally understand, and would ultimately delay this buyback even further. So the game's never coming out. The game's never coming out. Is that right? It's never coming out. I mean, that's crazy.
CryptoZoo has too many regulatory hurdles. Maybe they should have thought of that before multi-millions of dollars of zoo tokens and eggs were sold. And now Logan would rather blame the government than take accountability. Or if you let him keep talking, Logan might rant about internet reporters having too much responsibility.
These internet journalists, internet investigative reporters have way too much responsibility on their hands that is being mismanaged and wielded.
Just wanted you to pause again to make chat mad.
Thank you for the donation.
In a really inappropriate way.
I feel like this could be a hot take. I feel like ultimately the responsibility of the internet journalists to cover the stories is a big responsibility, but not as big as the responsibility of the guy who said he would deliver on a product and took millions of dollars for said product and then never delivered the product. I feel like that's a larger responsibility because what is the harm done from poor internet journalism? And the answer is, it's harm done on who the story's about. But the scope of that is much smaller than the harm of Logan's project. Hundreds, if not thousands of people were harmed by Logan's project. Just Logan was harmed by the story. And that's assuming, by the way, the story had any faults in it. I think Logan's biggest gripe, and for being very charitable, I don't think Logan set out on making a scam. I don't think he thought, I'm going to sell all this crypto shit, never deliver, make a bunch of money, and then sweep it under the rug. I don't think he did that. I think he genuinely thought that he'd be able to make a game, get a bunch of people to invest into the game, make some money from this new crypto fad, and then move on. I don't think he cared about the game. I don't think he was like mega passionate about it. I think he just got told it was a fucking good idea, fucking rode along with it, promoted it. I think that's probably what happened. That's BS. I'm not saying this because I'm saying this is because I think Logan's such a good guy. But, like, you have to understand, like, people care about self-preservation, right? And so, if Logan went into it thinking, hey, I am never going to deliver this game. We are going to take this investor money and we are going to keep it. We are not putting any back into this game. Like, obviously he knows what a shitstorm would come from that. And it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I think you are not giving him enough credit for like his ego and self-preservation. Unless you truly believe that he has, like zero foresight on what the reaction to that would be. That would be crazy, no? Controlled op. No, sorry, I got you. Hey, Logan bad, cut the nuance. Logan bad, idiot bad. Yo, subscribe. Any members? Where my members at? L. Fucking L, dude. Chat, isn't that an L? Any members?
It's honestly funny to watch this guy whine about his problems, which you can barely hear over what sounds like a private jet. Which brings me to another problem Logan has. Part of any defamation case is damages,
the 10 gifted
and
social
proving
nerd.
someone has harmed your reputation. But isn't Logan richer than ever with Prime? And did he have a reputation to harm? His lawsuit shows comments calling Logan a scammer, possibly to suggest he's been hurt by my videos. But you have to have a reputation to lose one. And by the time of my reporting in question, Logan Paul was already accused of participating in multiple crypto pump and dump schemes.
Damn!
That article does not reference my work. So Logan had already had a reputation as a scammer before my investigation, at least if you believe their allegations. So this lawsuit from beginning to end is groundless, meritless, frivolous, and Logan knows that because behind the scenes, in clips he didn't want to get out, he's saying I'm thorough and good-hearted. But in public, he wants to sue me, silence me, and cost me money because that's the one department where we both know he's got me beat. We might have facts. We might even have evidence. But he's got all the money and the lawyers.
Hey, CoffeeZilla's broke. So the question that I have, thank you, the 5 gifted Cheerios and Alice Superior. It's very hard to prove defamation, right? For him suing CoffeeZilla seems kind of random because this is also covered by many other commentary YouTube channels, arguably which had more viewership around it, and it covered all aspects, including myself, Asmongold, and Charlie. And he didn't name any of those people in the lawsuit. So, and most people had kind of forgotten about this, right? Like, obviously, it's stained his reputation. Some people are irreparably thinking of him as like a scammer, which I think makes sense for what happened. But why sue him now? Slap. It's a slap suit. Okay, did you guys pre-watch? What does that mean? Slap suit. What are we talking about? Thank you for the 10 gifted bagel. Thank you. I appreciate it. And Ed, thank you for the membership.
And this is where I have to get to my one embarrassing mistake in all of this. See, my defense against rich people like Logan Paul is...
Do you guys see the dude who did the pole vault and his dick knocked the pole down?
Media insurance, you know, for frivolous lawsuits. So when I was sued, I immediately called my insurance company to file a claim so I wouldn't have to pay for it. But they told me they're not going to pay. They're trying to get out of covering us using lawyers and fine print. It's a long story that I will be explaining on my second channel because insurance underwriting is very boring. But suffice to say, I got Dylan Danished. I may have even gotten scammed. I'm not quite sure. For now, the bottom line is we have to fight Logan with our personal funds.
I fucking hate insurance, and I understand why it exists, but it's so crazy because it's like what you are paying monthly for is actively fighting against ever paying you out at all times. They're trying to, and they have such insane capital and funding and lawyers, all with the main goal of paying you out as little or none at all. It's crazy. It's so nuts. Insurance is literally communism and a scam. I might need you to show work on that one. I would think that privatized insurance is about as far as you can get from, like, you know, state-sponsored communism. But I'm going to need you to show your work on that one.
Which means I need to ask for your support. If you want to help and are able to help, there are 2 ways to contribute to our fight against Logan Paul. 1, you can join our Patreon, which supports the channel. Or you can buy exclusive merch at CoffeeZilla.store, where we just released the CoffeeZilla Defense Drop. That's right. Life hands you lawsuits. You get rejected by your insurance. Make merch. So here's the deal. These shirts will be available for pre-order for only the next 14 days. And 100% of profits we make from selling them
they kind of look
will
good.
Go to this lawsuit. If for some weird reason there's money left over, it will be dedicated to future legal costs for this channel. I just want to let you know they're available, and it's a cool way to support the lawsuit while also getting something in return. I didn't want to just set up a GoFundMe. So,
hold on, let me check out the merch. It's kind of heat. He looks like a direct to... Oh, I'm not showing it. I know, I kind of like the merch. I like the waiting for refunds one. Actually, which one do I like the most? Which one would I want to buy? Is this the front or the back? Is that the front? That's the front, right? That's the front. That's the front. I don't know. I think I like this one. The long sleeve tee. He's only making... Oh, okay, there's this one. The shirt could be cool. This looks like a CW like superhero show. Before the arrow, there was the point. New to CW. All right, let's I might buy one of these. Oh, it comes short sleeve? Yeah, I'll buy a short sleeve. Yeah, I'll do a little shopping here. Hey, let me do that Google Pay. Don't leak. Chill. Not my credit card. Chill. Oi. I almost coughed. Okay, I gotta buy this offline. This shit gonna dox me. I'll buy it offline. Logan is the Trump of streamers. What the fuck does that mean? I don't think so. I don't know what you mean. I think it's wrong. I don't think so. I don't know what that means. I don't know. I'm trying to. It just feels like a Mad Lib sentence. Sending some love from Scotland, lad. A lot of my mates heavy rate your patter humor if you didn't even know what patter is. Man, I'd love to go to Scotland sometime. If I go to Scotland, I'd want to fucking... I would want just, I don't know, 30 of my best Scottish Ludbuds. And I just want to go to town, man. I just want to go fucking crazy, man.
If you want to do that, just know pre-orders take a few weeks to get done because we make them
Let's
after you order.
Scots.
And remember, you have 14 days. And you can get that at coffeezilla.store. I'll link that below. It's coffees.
That wasn't sexual. I feel like some of you guys took that sexually. I meant like go out to like a night on the town. I feel like you guys might have took that as like a no loads refused cum dump. That's not at all what I was saying, just to be clear. I was referring to like a night out on the town, obviously. But a lot of you guys were question marking me.
Coffeezilla.store. All right, now we're going to shift gears and talk about the final part of this lawsuit.
Why?
Why did Logan Paul sue me now? It's been over a year since he
Pre-watched.
apologized and thanked me.
Thank you, Coffeezilla. I am very grateful for your work and your investigation. And I mean,
Dude, that's me on Blackboard when I have to make a video reply to one of my peers' fucking essays. Holy shit. He couldn't read it more dispassionately.
thank you, Coffeezilla. I am very grateful for your work and your investigation. And I mean that. Thank you, bro.
It might seem strange, but I've got some fun facts for you that may or may not be related. Did you know 6 days before the lawsuit, I had featured Logan Paul in a teaser for a video? Did you know 21...
Yeah, I still got that fucking Blackboard reference. I'm young and... Wait, people don't use Blackboard anymore? Wait, fuck. What do they use now? Fuck, am I out of date? Shit. No, don't call me an old fuck. What are they using? Blackboard's crazy. We use Canvas. No! No! Blackboard lost the war? No! Fuck! I think ASU still uses Blackboard. I think. I could be wrong. Fuck, Canvas. I know Canvas is ass. I just know it's ass. Think of the $6.99, Zach. You never fail to speak us out and fill us up with content.
1 hour before the lawsuit, I had texted Logan for comment. Did you know I told him he had 24 hours to respond, and Logan sued me 3 hours before the deadline? Yep, that's right. Logan's lawyers then threatened me in that lawsuit email that if I report on this new story, Logan might hold me accountable. And Logan's definition of accountability seems to mean he'll sue me, which is why I believe this lawsuit was not designed to win, but to shut me up, to threaten me, using Logan's wealth and a federal court system without anti-slap to send a message.
I gotta learn about anti-slap.
Do not tell that story. Of course, I don't believe that's the only reason I was sued. Clearly, Logan wanted to sue me for a while, but I believe this new investigation played a role in pulling the trigger. Maybe Logan's team will deny this. Maybe they'll say it's coincidence they sued 3 hours before a deadline. Maybe it's coincidence I announced a story about Logan 6 days before, and maybe it's coincidence that Logan's lawyers threatened me about this new story while suing me for the last story that I hadn't discussed in 6 months. But I don't think so. Either way, when someone threatens new reporting in a lawsuit about old reporting, the effect is the same. So, what was this new story? Well, it's partly about a Canadian law enforcement investigation, and it's partly about something I told Logan to help him. Yes, believe it or not, I tried to help Logan Paul. To explain, we need to go back to when CryptoZoo first got exposed. Logan said he was going to sue me, but got backlash. So he called me to apologize. He said he was wrong and wanted to make things right. I made it clear refunds are the absolute right move going forward, and to my surprise, he agreed. 100%, man. We're on the same page. But we weren't. Logan now doesn't use the word refund. He calls this a buyback. But at the time, I need you to understand, I thought Logan was going to announce a full refund, so I began trying to help him. And dare I say, I was even nice to the guy. You can see that I tried to offer people who might be able to trace blockchain damages to refund people. And in the same spirit, I made Logan aware of potential problems at a different company he co-owned, called Liquid Marketplace.
On a platform that I co-founded called Liquid Marketplace, it allows co-ownership of top-tier assets. So instead of one person, me owning this card, we as a collective can co-own it together.
This was
That's so fucking smart. Damn, that's so smart. Yo. Hey. Chat. Do you guys want to own this? All right. I will hold on to it for us physically. It is safe with me. But we can all invest in it together. And that's right. Own it together. Okay? I'll hold on to it. I'll hold on to it. It'll be me. I'll hold on to it. It's going to be mine. It's going to be here. But we own it. All right? I'm going to sell it for the low price of $21,001. And you know what? To make things easier on y'all, I'll put up the first $1. Okay? You front the rest. You front the rest. That's a good deal. No, man. All you have to do is each of you put in $1. And you own it. That's so smart.
Was a fractionalized collectible platform where Logan sold things like roughly half of a $5 million Pokemon card. The idea was you could buy tokens that represented partial ownership in rare collectibles. That video, by the way, got 8 million views, and a lot of people bought into this platform. The problem was I had heard troubling stories about this company, and I was trying to verify if the claims were true. So I had gone to the CEO, Ryan Bahadori, to ask him questions.
Ryan.
But he kept dodging meetings.
Big Rye.
I don't mean he refused meeting with me. I mean, we would set up meetings and then he did not show up.
Dude, I will say, CoffeeZilla talks like a 40-year tenured HR department worker. This is a perfect example. Hi, Ryan. I'm sitting in the meeting room waiting for you per our calendar meeting. As a quick reminder, we've rescheduled this already twice based on your requests. Hope to hear from you. Thanks, CoffeeZilla. He'll talk to me like that on Discord. It's not a bad thing, but it's like it's kind of like corpo speak. It's smart to do, honestly. I mean, it's very professional. It's very professional. It is incredibly professional. I've just never, ever talked to a creator who talks like that.
So I was troubled, and I brought this up to Logan. I figured if he's going to make one company right, make them all right. Otherwise, it might come back to bite him. I mean, can you imagine the disaster if another one of Logan Paul's co-founded companies was discovered to have scammed his fans? Hypothetically, that would be a very bad look.
Ludwig, someday try to look at your Brazilian dub in the Mr. Beast video. I did, Theo. I reacted to it, actually. Thank you for the 10. I own $5 of that picture now. Thank you, Justin, and thank you, the 2 Vixie.
Thinking, while he refunds CryptoZoo, Logan can push the CEO to talk with me, and I can figure out the truth. Maybe Logan can fix it if there's something wrong. And you can see Logan responds to me. He says, gonna push Ryan to talk to you. Again, appreciate it, man. Now, I don't hear back from Ryan or Logan about this, so after a while, I follow up again. I say, let me know if Ryan plans on talking. A lot of nasty stories still out there about Liquid Marketplace, embezzlement, etc., and he's dodged meeting me already once. Now, obviously, the most shocking part of this is the word embezzlement. I need to make it clear. This is not an accusation. I am not accusing Logan Paul or Liquid Marketplace of wrongdoing. I brought it up in our texts because it is my job to investigate unverified claims. That's the whole point of me wanting to meet with the CEO.
That makes sense. I think that's fine. Ducking autocorrect. Loved watching the streams, man. Love from Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan brother. Thank you, Zach, for the $6.99.
But I was stonewalled. Logan never replied, despite me reminding him again via email 5 months later that I wanted to talk to Ryan about, quote, embezzlement and, quote, potential fraud. Once again, not accusing anyone of wrongdoing, I'm simply doing my job at the time to chase down rumors and unverified claims.
Can't CoffeeZilla get in trouble for showing private texts? I don't think so. I wonder if that falls under the same statute as, like, call recordings. I don't know. I think regardless, he lives in the state of Texas, right? So I don't think it matters because they have the call laws. But I think texts are separate regardless.
Without concrete proof, I would have never talked about any of this. But on June 19th, 2024, things changed because the Ontario Securities Commission revealed a liquid marketplace investigation where they accused Liquid Marketplace of being a multi-layered fraud, taking in $2.7 million from the sale of these fractionalized collectibles. The platform allegedly did not do exactly what it promised. Some of the blockchain tokens did not even mint. But even worse was the allegation that approximately $3 million was misappropriated from $10 million they raised of investor funds. This is a very similar claim to the one I had tried to verify. Ryan Bahadori, the guy I tried to speak to, was accused of, quote, making hidden payments to shell corporations without any legitimate business purpose, as were two other of the founders. And Ryan was accused of, quote, using company credit cards to buy high-end fashion, expensive jewelry and watches, personal health, and luxury spa services.
I feel like that could have been for work. Maybe a Birkin bag is all he needed to get his ass in gear.
If only there was someone who could have investigated this sooner. Now, it is really important to say Logan Paul is not accused by the OSC. Only 3 of his co-founders and his company is. But given the history, I had questions. After all, Logan's promotional video about Liquid Marketplace is still up. And
I looked up a Birkin bag today. I didn't realize that Birkin bags were like rare. It's like the main bag made by Hermes. And apparently you like can't just buy them or something. You have to like fucking, I don't know, buy them second market or like be an Hermes shopper or whatever. They're not even that cute. Real. Actually real.
The reason many people cared about Liquid Marketplace at all was arguably Logan Paul. So here were my questions. And as I read this, it's important to correct. I say Liquid Marketplace got accused of embezzlement. Technically, the OSC alleged misappropriation of funds. Those are similar. They're not the same. So I wanted to correct that. But here's what I asked. Quote, did you take any action on hearing these allegations over a year ago? Did you get approached by the Ontario Securities Commission? And is it true that Liquid Marketplace lied about their claims of insurance, appraisals, and co-ownership as the Ontario Securities Commission alleges? You can see I gave him 24 hours to respond on June 26th at 2:03 p.m. And I was promptly sued June 27th at 11:28 a.m.
I don't think you can whip together a lawsuit that fast.
Roughly 3 hours to spare.
But I do think he sent the lawsuit after receiving the texts.
Now, I want to be clear. I don't know the answers to the questions I sent. Maybe Logan secretly whistleblew to the OSC when I first went to him. I don't know. That's why you ask questions as a reporter. But now the story is not about those questions. It's about why I was sued immediately after asking them and threatened if I reported about Liquid Marketplace in a way they didn't like. This is not how I wanted this story to come out because there's still so much we don't know and so much I can't say now for legal reasons.
I work at CSIS at Ottawa location. Paul liquidated over $7.8 million in bank transfer into offshore account. What the fuck? What? Is this a live whistleblower through fucking chat super chats? We got a live whistleblower? Aren't you going to get fired for that shit? Blood. Wait, hold up. Are you just making shit up? Not a monolith? You can type in chat. I have your chat messages open. Are you making shit up or real? He's never typed in chat before, ever? He is saying a slur on X the Everything app. You're not allowed to say sis. That is true. Monolith, type in chat. Is this real? Or are you capping? Monolith, you were not supposed to mention that due to the pending lawsuit. Our lawyers will be in contact. I am, in fact, not gay. Bochi Jam. Bonk. Monolith! 100 real. Wait, Monolith, what's your Discord? Can I chat with you on Discord? If that's real, bro, I got to connect you with CoffeeZilla. I got to connect your ass. Deep Throat. What's your Discord? Or Twitter? Or some, like, make a shell account or some shit. Hold up, I'll hide it. Wait, how do I get... Fuck, how do I... Wait, how do I get... How do we... Deep Throat, how do we message you without it being leaked? Deep Throat! Oh, you sent your Discord. Okay, all right. All right, hold up. I added you on Discord. Yo. Are you fucking with me? Be for real. All right. He's typing. He's typing. He's typing. I don't want to dox you if this is real, but I will pass you to CoffeeZilla if you'd like. Chat, this might be real. This might be real, low key. What the fuck is CSIS? The Center for Strategic and International Studies. Wait, what? Not to be confused with the Center for Strategic and International Studies. What? That's wrong. You have to find the Canadian one. CSIS. Canadian Central Intelligence Service. Yo. All right. Yo. Dude, frankly, look, I got no clue if this shit's real. So, and I also know as much as having watched 16 minutes and 39 seconds out of a 20-minute video about this. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a group chat with Bro and CoffeeZilla, and I'll let CoffeeZilla figure it out. I think that makes sense. And if I've been fooled because of my trusting and kind heart that trusts the world, then so be it. But if this ends up amounting to something, I will be not too dissimilar from Deep Throat. All right.
Maybe Logan's totally innocent. Maybe he surrounded himself with scumbags who defrauded his fans. Maybe he'll do...
Guys, by the way, Deep Throat is not a sexual thing. Deep Throat is the name of the informant, the whistleblower, who told Woodward and Bernstein, two journalists, about the Watergate scandal and Nixon wiretapping the Democrats.
A refund for this project? I don't know, because I never got the chance to find out. I tried to investigate, but I was stonewalled and sued when I asked questions. Make no mistake though, this investigation is still ongoing, and you can reach me at the email below if you were affected. I will release my full investigation when it's appropriate, because even if Logan doesn't want to answer questions, it doesn't mean I have to stop asking them. So in summary, Logan's lawsuit is not about my original reporting into CryptoZoo. Even if you take this lawsuit on its own without context, it's an argument over Logan not refunding victims in full. It's Logan insisting he's not to blame. It's all his business partner's fault. But I don't think that aligns with the publicly known facts. That's my opinion. For years, Logan has controlled CryptoZoo, and yet the game is still not out. Logan is now blaming the government for that instead of himself. And he also blames me for losing his good reputation, but you can't lose something you never had. Not to mention, Logan is arguably richer than ever, and he's on the record finding my reporting thorough and good-hearted. So this defamation lawsuit feels frivolous even on the surface.
True.
But if you dig deeper, there's an even more compelling story, which I personally believe, where the goal is to crush new investigations while taking revenge on old ones. In this version, Logan might not even care about winning. Legal battles are expensive, and in the world of money, he's got me beat. So he can try to silence me by weaponizing the law, he can sue me for doing my job, he can sue me for asking questions, and he can sue me for asking for refunds. But it's going to backfire, because I think it reveals Logan as a bully rather than someone who's truly sorry. Because Logan may be a master at convincing people he's changed, but I'm convinced it's the follow-through where things go wrong. You know, the actually changing part. There was a time where even I believed Logan was going to fully refund victims. That's why I was so nice to him and tried to help despite him threatening to sue me. But when it came time to pay up, Logan chose a minority refund and to fight the rest of the victims in court who wanted their money. And when I complained about that, Logan went from sorries and thank yous to lawyers and I'm suing you real quick. The irony—
Thank you, Bars, for the 29 months.
—is it was that same initial belief in Logan's capacity to change that also made me bring up Liquid Marketplace to help stop potential problems. And yet here we are. The company is now accused of being a multi-layered fraud by the OSC.
Can't spell Logan without L. Okay. You know, there are other names that you also can't spell without L, so I would hesitate making fun of people for that.
CEO, who I tried to talk to multiple times, is alleged to have misappropriated money. This is despite me trying to talk to Logan directly many times as he asked.
Maybe we could have talked about this if you had reached out to me personally, not my manager Jeff, who is not me, Steven.
Well, I did try to reach out personally, and I got sued and threatened a day later. That, I think, says a lot about Logan's supposed change and his belief in accountability.
True.
Maybe the person he really believes in accountability for is not himself, but me. Specifically, when I try to get accountability from him. If you want to support this lawsuit, the best way is coffeezilla.store. You have 14 days. Or you can support on Patreon. Thank you for listening, and have a nice day.
Bang. That's true. That's true. This is so true. The amount of money Logan saves in taxes by living in Puerto Rico could pay back the victims. That is true. That is true. He has saved so much in taxes living in Puerto Rico. Watch a Legal Eagle video. Yeah, I feel like CoffeeZilla didn't go into slap lawsuits. So let's take a look.
To the average person, it might look like I'm about to commit shoplifting.
I just love Danny Gonzalez. I didn't even mean to click this video.
Me of
sued CoffeeZilla for saying, yes, Logan Paul has sued CoffeeZilla for saying mean things about his crypto scams. Hey, Logan, I'm going to say some mean things about you. You want to dance? But who could have possibly have seen that Logan
Oh, shit. Spicy. Spicy.
Paul's crypto ventures might not be on the up and up? I mean, you'd need at least one eye for that. But to take you back, he promised that his game, Crypto Zoo, which combined cryptocurrency and NFTs,
It's
would allow
really
users to
fun.
make real money with barely any effort.
No, but it's also really fun.
Really fun game that makes
and that makes you money. That's the part that people don't get. Fuck. Why y'all hating on my boy Logan? Because that's what it is, bro. It's haters, man. They don't get that it's really fun and you make money.
makes you money. I really, really do believe it is going to be the catalyst for a lot of young people getting into crypto. I think this will be their first fun NFT crypto experience. My game.
Now, it's possible that Crypto Zoo might have made Logan Paul some real-world money with very little effort, but players who purchased the in-game currency were left out in the cold. But that's where YouTuber CoffeeZilla, real name Steven Findezen, comes in. He's been investigating Paul's promises and the demise of Crypto Zoo since at least 2022, calling Paul out for being a scammer. And now Logan Paul has filed a defamation lawsuit against CoffeeZilla. Paul alleges that he maliciously and repeatedly published false statements accusing Paul of operating a scam related to Crypto Zoo, and that these lies have hurt his reputation, caused him significant emotional distress. Logan Paul was just an upstanding internet citizen who completely rehabilitated his image, and then CoffeeZilla just came out of nowhere and ruined that good name. But first, what is Crypto Zoo? Well, Crypto Zoo was a Pokemon-inspired trading game where users could buy eggs, hatch them, and then breed the animals. To participate, users spend their non-fungible token.
Let me clarify. That is not a Pokemon-inspired game. If we're going to really trace it back, that's got to be a Dragon Warrior Monster-inspired game. Didn't that come first? Actually, what came first? What was the first? Tamagotchi?
Tokens called Zoo Coins to buy the eggs. The app runs on the Binance Smart Chain, and the NFTs are purchased with Ethereum. The game promised users that they could make real money this way. All you had to do was breed very rare digital hybrid animals and then watch your cache of coins grow.
Bro, we have a massive team behind it and are probably out of pocket like $1 million just because we believe it's going to work.
It was a simpler time back then, and the sales pitch worked. Players purchased over $2.5 million worth of digital eggs, which helped create enough hype to convince the crypto market that the Zoo coin's actual value was worth up to $2 billion. But here's the catch. Crypto Zoo launched in September of 2021, but as of 2024, it's still not fully playable. Players who purchased the eggs couldn't breed them, let alone cash out the coins for real money, and investors said that the eggs were just a picture on a screen that was basically worth nothing whatsoever. And that's a pretty accurate description of an NFT. It took me and Steve Bold 27 minutes to say the same thing a few years ago. But the Crypto Zoo development team left the project in October of 2021, alleging that, quote, Logan's team has stolen the tokens from all of its V3 investors, while also lying to the public that he had paid the devs $1 million. Now, while it's not unusual for a group of people to have creative differences, Paul's silence and the lack of playable game led many people to believe that they'd been conned. In December of 2022, CoffeeZilla started a 3-part series on Crypto Zoo. At first, Paul responded by blaming a developer who fled to Switzerland with the source code and held it hostage for $1 million. However, CoffeeZilla tracked down this developer, Zach Kelling, who disputed.
Bro, what? That's just got to be a timeout. That's got to be a 24. That's got to be a 24, Zach. That's a little too horny for me, Zach. That's got to be 24, man. I'm sorry. That's 24 where I'm from.
Everything Paul said about him. And reporters also discovered that Paul's other partner on the project, Eddie Ibanez, was a catch-me-if-you-can level liar. Paul's manager, Jeff Levin, allegedly knew about Ibanez's exaggerations before the CryptoZoo launch, but kept him on the team. Now, Logan Paul filed his lawsuit in federal court in the United States District Court for the Western District of Texas.
Because not even like you just said it thinking no one would see it. You paid. You wanted people to see it. That's the...
Though Logan Paul putatively lives in Puerto Rico and CoffeeZilla and his company reside in Texas. Although many defamation complaints are filed in state court, filing in Texas federal court gives Logan Paul an advantage because CoffeeZilla won't be able to use the Texas anti-SLAPP law. As you might know, a strategic lawsuit against public participation, or SLAPP suit, is a legal action intended to censor, intimidate, or silence critics by burdening them with the cost of legal defense. And the
Why is that even a thing? That shouldn't be a thing.
Texas Citizens Participation Act, or TCPA, allows defendants to file a motion to dismiss a legal action that infringes on their right to free speech. This motion can be filed early and often before the case proceeds to discovery, which saves a huge amount of money. However, CoffeeZilla won't be able to use the TCPA to file an early motion to dismiss and recover costs because the Fifth Circuit, which rules over Texas, ruled that the state law doesn't apply in federal court. Parenthetically, I'll note that there's a circuit split where some federal courts will apply state-based anti-SLAPP laws and some will not. Which is why we need a federal anti-SLAPP law. So without an applicable anti-SLAPP...
Why don't we have a federal anti-SLAPP law? I work at Bradesco Bank in Brazil, and we received a $7.8 million deposit from an anonymous American client a couple of days ago. Look, man. If my chat's the one who gets to the bottom of this, because you're all secretly CIA agents... Ludwig, remember every time you put someone in horny jail, they're all together, but try not to think about what they're all doing together in there. They're rehabilitating themselves, no?
SLAPP law, CoffeeZilla's defense is going to get extremely expensive, even if he's successful. But let's look at Logan Paul's lawsuit. Paul's complaint alleges that CoffeeZilla's commentary about CryptoZoo perpetuates a false narrative that CryptoZoo was a scam orchestrated by Paul. He says that CoffeeZilla knew he was making false statements when he published the videos. So what are the allegedly false and defamatory statements? Well, it started with the December 2022 YouTube series. Right off the bat, in response to those videos, Paul threatened to sue CoffeeZilla. In a now deleted video, Paul said, quote,
"You led the charge to drive and monetize a narrative telling millions of people that I'm a fraud or I tried to scam my audience. That is patently false."
And Paul accused CoffeeZilla of not reaching out to him to get the facts until December 24th, 2022. On Twitter, CoffeeZilla said he contacted Paul in October seeking clarification about the CryptoZoo project, and you can see his questions for Paul on the Instagram post. And these messages went unanswered. And at the time, Paul swiftly backed down. Then CoffeeZilla tweeted, quote, "Logan called me. He said he's deleting the 2 responses and is dropping the lawsuit threats." CoffeeZilla had planned to release another video about CryptoZoo, but decided to delay the video so he could include Paul's response. And here was Logan Paul's later response, saying the war is not with coffee, and, quote, "I'm grateful he brought this to light."
Okay, this is all a recap. We know this.
Apologized and promised to come up with a plan to make things right. CoffeeZilla warned Paul that he would continue to follow the CryptoZoo story, saying the quote, "The right thing to do here is refunds for the affected victims. That's what this has always been about." Now, there's no actionable defamation in these old exchanges since Logan Paul acknowledges what CoffeeZilla reported was true, and they're also outside of the 1-year statute of limitations for bringing libel claims in Texas. But that's where things get interesting because Logan Paul announced a 3-step plan to remedy the problem.
So I'd like to announce my 3-step plan moving forward. Step 1, Jeff and I are going to burn our Zoo tokens so we have no financial upside in the game and it will add value to holder tokens. Step 2, we want to offer a rewards program for players who are disappointed in the status of the game. So essentially you're going to be able to burn your base egg or your base animal for the mint price, which was 0.1 ETH or the equivalent in BNB. I am personally committing 1,000 ETH to this, which is about $1.3 million right now.
It ain't doing great. I'll tell you what. I don't know what this number is. It is so far less than a penny. is 0.000. Oh, it's 11 zeros. That's what that 11 stands for. It's 11 zeros, then 3483. It's never cracked to the 10-0 range. Oh, here it did. Oh, we got to 9 zeros. Oh, we were rich back then. We were rich back then.
For players who want to get out. And then step 3, obviously finish and deliver the game.
Now, Paul made promises to remedy the situation, but not everyone was happy. So some of the customers sued him, and they went to arbitration, where they were represented by attorney Tom Kirker, who you might know by his online moniker, Attorney Tom. Now, put a pin in that. We're going to come back to it. But
I know
fast
Attorney
forward 6
Tom.
months later, when CoffeeZilla tweeted out, Logan Paul really is the type of dude to thank you when you expose a scam, then block you when you remind him to pay up. Now, Logan Paul alleges that CoffeeZilla's tweet is libel per se. A defamation or libel per se describes statements which are considered to be so harmful on their face that the plaintiff doesn't need to prove special damages, that they can get by with basically no damages and still file suit. In Texas, defamation per se includes accusing someone of having an infectious disease, accusing someone of a crime, or making statements that harm someone in their job or profession.
Isn't that South Park episode where they say per se every sentence? That's all I think about when I hear the word per se. I can't hear it normally. Nose clam saying the 25 months.
Now, in this context, the allegation of defamation per se probably doesn't make any difference whatsoever. But in general, to prove defamation, he has to show 1, the publication.
I know this one! I know this one!
Of a false statement of fact. 2, that was defamatory concerning the plaintiff, and 3, that the person made the statement with actual malice, and 4, damages. And I'll remind you that the term actual malice is a legal term of art. It does not mean that the publication of false statements was made with mean intention, but rather that the plaintiff has to actually know that what they're saying is false, or act with reckless disregard for the truth of that statement. And here Logan Paul alleges that, quote, the accusation that Paul operated a financial...
Yup, that's true.
Scam is one that tends to harm his reputation so as to lower him in the estimation of the community or deter third persons from associating or dealing with him. The June 29th, 2023 X post is libelous per se, and that it tends to affect Paul in his profession.
Hey! Gabriel, you weird fuck. Oh, Tim already banned you. Good shit, Tim. W's for Tim.
Or occupation, and accused Paul of engaging in illegal conduct. Now, according to Texas law, a statement constitutes defamation per se if it injures a person in his office, profession, or occupation, but this is interpreted narrowly so it doesn't prohibit legitimate complaints against a person for...
What did it say? He said, well, he was basically trying to say the N-word.
Their professional conduct. And generally, disparagement of a general character equally discernible to all persons is not enough unless the particular quality disparagement is of such a character that it is peculiarly valuable in the plaintiff's business or profession. Now, what is Logan Paul's profession? Arguably an influencer or boxer. He's not a developer, he's not a financial professional, nor does he have any special knowledge of NFTs and how the blockchain works, clearly. So really, even if it mattered here, the allegation of defamation per se probably wouldn't apply anyway. But anyway, Logan Paul says by 2023, CoffeeZilla knew that...
Dude, the people who are like, bro, it's a country. First of all, can't name fucking 17 countries. Geographically stunted at birth. Second of all, there's no harmless intent in randomly shouting out a country that is one letter off from the N-word. It's not pertinent to the conversation. It is still a ban. I don't give a fuck. What did you expect? If it's not pertinent to the conversation... That it's free reign? What you want from me? Nothing we're doing here is related to that. It's always someone trying to like edgily I'll say jackassily follow the rules while breaking the rules. It's never someone you'd ever want to hang out with in life ever. No one who's out there just saying, Niger in chat is ever doing it with good intent. They're never like, you know what? I would love to discuss the economics of Niger. No one's ever doing that. Never. And ultimately, what is my chat? A group of people that I want to hang out with every day. And I don't want to hang out with that person. And when they expose themselves to be fucking lame, That's one less lame person I got to hang out with. Easy.
The CryptoZoo wasn't a scam. He says, quote, the post was a gross and intentional distortion of Paul's prior statements in which he referenced CoffeeZilla's research as a positive in the sense that it had helped expose the wrongdoing by Paul's former business partners, who had also hoodwinked and victimized Paul. Feinstein knew this, but he intentionally conveyed to the public the false accusation that Paul was a participant in a scam and intentionally defrauded people to increase his own profile by continuing to attack a well-known celebrity. And Logan Paul cites the mean tweets as proof that his reputation was ruined by CoffeeZilla's scam comment. But number one, he would have a very hard time proving damages. But more to the point, there's little evidence to support the claim that CoffeeZilla's characterizations were false in the first place. There was no completed game, his fans weren't paid back, and CoffeeZilla discovered that the people that Logan Paul was working with had lied. Not to mention, this seems to be a classic opinion based on disclosed facts about the type of person that Paul is. In fact, they all seem to agree on the underlying facts that CryptoZoo was in fact a scam. The only difference is that Logan Paul is claiming that he was also a victim of bad developers as well, and CoffeeZilla says that when you put your name on something and you run the whole project, the reputation is yours. Logan.
So, I mean, look, there's nothing wrong with calling someone who's scammed a scammer, right? I mean, that's as legal as it gets. But I do think it's interesting, this slap lawsuit stuff, because I've never heard of this. I know about the idea of like a frivolous lawsuit to like make someone quiet, but I never knew there was a name for it, and that then there was an anti-movement for slap lawsuits called anti-slap suits. And I didn't know that there was no federal law preventing slap suits. That seems so broken. Because then it's just like pay to win. Not even pay to win, but like, no, it's basically pay to win. Because you need the money to be able to fight the lawsuit that you would otherwise win. That's nuts. They do have to patch that because that seems broken. Is slap good or bad? I think slap suits are bad. I think it's any lawsuit that is won by having more money and not being more, just in the case is bad.
Logan Paul doesn't like the implication, but you can't force your opinion onto someone else. In fact, CoffeeZilla could probably write another tweet saying that Logan Paul is the type of person to sue you for defamation when you exercise your First Amendment rights. Moreover, to the extent that the tweet is factual, it seems accurate. Logan Paul has blocked CoffeeZilla for years.
I'm going to be real. I don't know if this happens already. There is so much misinformation on Twitter. I feel like there's credible defamation lawsuits happening every day on that website. Most of the shit that happens on Twitter is wrong. Most of it. It is crazy the amount of defamation that happens on Twitter. It's crazy.
He hasn't paid back all of his customers, so, where's the lie? Additionally, on June 30th, 2023, CoffeeZilla published a video entitled Logan Paul's Scam Isn't Over. Logan Paul alleges that this video is defamation per se, again, objecting to the characterization of CryptoZoo as a scam. He says...
So the difference between defamation and defamation per se is so obviously defamation, you don't have to prove that it's defamation? Is that it? Like, you don't have to prove that the statement causes damages. The statement itself proves that. It's self-evident.
This is CoffeeZilla, quote, left no doubt that he was accusing Paul of intentionally defrauding individuals who bought egg NFTs or zoo tokens by referring to those people as his, Logan Paul's, victims.
Per se means in it of itself in Latin. Oh. Okay, yeah, so then that's it, yeah.
Declaring to his audience that Paul was guilty, and his offer to reimburse buyers of egg NFTs was an admission of guilt, and stating that Paul was just pretending he'd changed. This video has been viewed nearly 6 million times, and I highly recommend watching it again so it can be viewed 6,000,001 times. So, did CoffeeZilla make false claims about Logan Paul in this video? Well, the point of the video was, quote, Logan Paul promised $1.8 million to the affected victims, saying, in the meantime, I have committed more than $1.8 million for those who do not want to wait for CryptoZoo to be completed. However, despite bragging about making millions with Prime, There have been no updates about the status of these updates. Now, Logan Paul says that CoffeeZilla was, quote, aware at the time of the publication.
He also never finished the game. He said 1.8 million for the people who don't want to wait for the game to be finished, but then he said the game was never going to be finished. So I guess shouldn't the refund then change for that? Because maybe some people didn't want a refund because they're like, yeah, I'll wait for the game to be finished, but that's never happening right now. So then they all need a refund.
That these statements were false, or at a minimum had a high degree of awareness that the statements were probably false. But we can look to the video. Here's Logan Paul complaining that CoffeeZilla reached out to his manager rather than him personally.
Maybe we could have talked about this if you had reached out to me personally.
This is a nitpick. I don't like when I'm watching a video and the camera follows them like head movement. Whether it's done through editing or AI or whatever. I hate that shit.
Not my manager, Jeff, who is not me, Steven.
But when CoffeeZilla reached out to Paul, he heard back from Paul's lawyer.
Well, I did reach out to you, and I got no response. In fact, the only response I got came on my 4th attempt to reach Logan, but this one came from his
I worked for Logan Paul, and he likes taking money from children on Skibbity. So you can expect that defamation lawsuit in your inbox in 3, 2, 1, and get fucked.
Criminal defense lawyers. A guy named Jeffrey Neiman emailed me after my 4th attempt saying, Steven, see inserted on behalf of Logan Paul. Now, to be honest, I had no idea who Logan Paul was until I researched the lawyer and learned that he, quote, regularly defends individuals and corporations in white-collar criminal litigations. And that's when I realized, oh, that Logan Paul. Why didn't you just say you defended alleged white-collar criminals? Would have saved me a Google search. So I opened up the letter and it read, we represent Logan Paul. Mr. Paul has informed us of your outreach about the status of the CryptoZoo buybacks. Mr. Paul remains committed to this process. We are working with Mr. Paul to evaluate the best way to achieve this goal. In the meantime, please direct to our attention any further inquiries to Mr. Paul. Thank you for your patience and understanding.
Logo.
Now, that might seem like a good step in the right direction to you. At least we got a response on behalf of Logan.
And as CoffeeZilla points out, there are two things absent from the lawyer's statement.
But when I read their response carefully, I realized things were actually worse than I thought. Because two things are absent from this statement. One, a timeline for refunds, and two, a plan for refunds. I mean, you have this abominable statement which says, we are working with Mr. Paul to evaluate the best way to achieve this goal? So you're still at the whiteboard then? Guys, this is a statement you say when you have no plan or you're stalling, right? You say,
that's me to my friends when I'm 20 minutes late to the function. We are still working on a plan to get to this function as quickly as possible. And that's because I haven't left my house. I'm still on my couch. I'm sorry.
We're evaluating the best options. I mean, that's where Logan was back in January. He was evaluating. Am I supposed to believe 6 months later, you guys haven't figured this out? You've gathered all the boys in the office, brainstorming every single day.
Well, not all the boys anymore. Hey, for George, baby. Pour one out for George.
How do we refund people? And you don't know?
Now, recall that we talked about how Logan Paul is currently being sued in real life by Tom Kirker, attorney Tom, in arbitration.
Please unban me. I had to create a new account for this. I will send 10 gifted. I won't touch you tonight, I swear. Zach, that was... Tim, don't time him out. Let me do that, Tim. Anyways, Zach, it's a 24-hour timeout. You weren't permanently banned. But I'm going to time out this account, too. I'm only timing out this account because I'm hoping that you give me another $6 on another account.
Arbitration, and they're seeking damages caused by...
Tim, you're killing me today. You time out too fast. You only got to time out the shit that I can't read on stream. But otherwise, then I can't even make fun of them.
Paul's crypto venture. But perhaps the most shocking thing about this whole thing is that Logan Paul's lawsuit, the complaint, actually admits a whole bunch of the stuff that attorney Tom was going to have to prove for that case, which is one of the reasons you should never file performative lawsuits in the first place. Even though it's the right thing to do, not filing a performative lawsuit, you should do it for self-interested reasons. Here, it'll very likely prejudice the defense of his case against the accusations in the other arbitration. Moreover, the whole complaint basically admits that CryptoZoo was broken beyond belief, which most people would qualify as a scam, but Logan Paul just claims to be a victim of his own developers. Now, it's not dispositive, but Merriam-Webster defines a scam as a fraudulent or deceptive act or operation. Paul committed $1.8 million to pay people back, but for some reason after 6 months, he never followed through on his...
Dragon Llama, thank you for the 50 gifted subs, dude. Erica, thank you for the membership. Thank you for the 50 gifted, man. She.
3-step plan. Though, in fairness, since there is a whole bunch of pending litigation, that might be the reason why he hasn't taken remedial steps. You need to figure all that out before you can start paying out millions of dollars. But still, one is allowed to have the opinion that by not paying off the victims, that you're simply perpetuating a scam. Here's CoffeeZilla reading from the post where Paul outlined what he would do.
I mean, listen, he had more of a...
Sue me. I think Logan Paul's a bad guy. Go ahead, cancel me. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. I think he's a bad guy. That's just my opinion. Cancel me. All right? Send me a lawsuit. Send me a freaking slap lawsuit. That's just my opinion, man. All right? Can't even have opinions anymore.
Plan Logan did back in January. I'm not even sure what there is to even still figure out, because way back then, January 16th, he said, I've committed more than 1.8 million for those who do not want to wait for CryptoZoo to be completed. Players will be able to burn their base eggs and base animals for their mint price. I mean, there it is. That's the plan. Pay a blockchain dev to code that up and pay the victims their money. That's it.
This video also calls Paul out for not explaining himself for the delay in paying people back. And I can't fathom that there's anything false here. Many people were wondering about their refunds, but Logan Paul wasn't responding to them, leading them.
What's he like in person? He is, hey, I'll say, he does have a charm. But he also seems I don't know how to phrase it. Closed off. But then again, I'm not surprised someone would feel closed off on like a shoot, you know, where there's cameras 24/7. I feel like you're stretching. I'm not saying that. In my fucking short time hanging out, I was like, he is sociopathic. I think you're stretching there. I'm not saying that. No, I literally mean the words I'm using. Well, the only reason I said calculated before is because I asked him questions that I think are generally like tougher questions. Like I was asking questions about like, hey, why do you live in Puerto Rico? How does that work? You know, shit like that. And so I think the answers you have to provide probably aren't as like, they're probably not the thoughts that maybe come to your mind. You have to think about them more. So he answered more by the way, calculated stands for but yeah, that's why. Thank you for the 10 gift to A5. I appreciate it. Won't this make your next meeting awkward? I mean, I won't be awkward. Look, man, I'm not the one who sent the lawsuit to CoffeeZilla. When we met, he made it seem like all the CoffeeZilla shit was behind him. That's why I was so surprised at this lawsuit. Because in my mind, he's WWE. And right, like Nick Yingling, who like is very tapped into this space, like, you know, knows about the shit Logan Paul does that sucks, but still fucks with Logan Paul because, man, does he fucking fly high on them ropes. So he's cool in WWE, right? He makes a shitload of money with Prime. Gross shitload of money with Prime. So then I was like, why the fuck would he send out a lawsuit and then dig all this back up again? It doesn't make any sense to me at all, because how he was talking in person was like, yeah, this was a bad part of his life and he wants to leave it all behind him or whatever. You know, like this was like, it doesn't make sense to me. But I think it might be because of, I think, you know, CoffeeZilla might be spitting. It might be because the Liquid whatever, he thought there was going to be another 3-part series about Logan being a scammer with this other group called Liquid or whatever. And he was scared of that. And so he sent out this lawsuit to stop it. But did he really think that would stop it? That seems crazy to me. I don't know. It just seems so dumb to me. I can't see the justification, right? The only justification I can come up with is Logan Paul was dumb. But I don't believe that. I don't think he's dumb. You know? I'm just not under that impression. It's a delay tactic for what? The sale of Prime? Now that would be beast. Imagine Prime gets sold in the next 3 months. It sells for $800 million. Logan pockets $250 million. Then he's like, I don't give a shit. Post whatever you need. See, that would make sense, right? Obviously, I'm theory crafting, but St. Louis, think of the 10. Hi, chat. Hope you're having a good day. Appreciate that, man. I'm a marine biologist and meant to go skydiving in the LA area. Think of the 7, Zach. Have you seen his opinions on? Yeah, that was dumb. No, okay. I mean, look. I mean, dumb people. Excuse me. People who are smart can still be dumb. It's not like you're all around smart, but that was really embarrassing. I think. Wait, what? See you in court? Oh, this is WWE shit. Never mind. What was that shit Logan Paul did? He posted that shit about the he deleted his own tweet. Is that it? He posted this shit about the women's boxing Olympic match. What's her name? Iman Khalif. It was embarrassing, yeah. It was embarrassing. Yeah, this was the tweet. He deleted it. This was about like the boxing match. And he said, "This is the purest form of evil unfolding right before your eyes. A man was allowed to beat up a woman on a global stage, crushing her life stream while fighting for her deceased father. This delusion must end." And then he follows up with oopsies. Oopsies. I might be guilty of spreading misinformation along with the entirety of this app. Let me fix that one. I am guilty of spreading misinformation. Although she's previously been disqualified for failing a gender test and has XY chromosomes, some sources say Iman Khalif was born a biological woman. I stand by my sentiment that biological men should not compete against biological women in any sport, and if you disagree, you're a sick fuck. Wait, that's also stupid. Biological men should not compete against biological women in any sport. What about mixed doubles tennis? Are you a sick fuck if you play mixed doubles tennis? You sick fuck. Really? So you're just going to sit there playing tennis with women as a man? Really? No, so you think, tell me, you think a man should play chess with a woman? Really? You sick fuck. Call me crazy, but we need 2 Valorant lobbies. One for women and one for the rest of us. Unless you're a sick fuck. Yeah, I don't know. That felt like a... This is literally... It wasn't Logan Paul's tweet specifically, but this day on Twitter is why I deleted Twitter off my phone. Because everybody instantly just ran with this story about this trans Algerian athlete who didn't exist. It was made up. And then after finding out that she didn't exist, they were still mad. As if she existed. They were like, well, if she did exist. And it's like, she doesn't. What are we arguing here?
Them to conclude that he was being deceptive when he made the promises. Again, people are allowed to have their opinions based on the disclosed facts. And even CoffeeZilla predicted that Logan Paul would eventually claim that he had to be silent because he was a defendant in a lawsuit.
Only he's tried this before, and it didn't make a lot of sense then either.
I had to rely on my team. I crumbled internally, and the advice was, while actual legal process was going on because of criminal investigation taking place that CoffeeZilla highlighted in his series, I had to stay silent. And for a year, I'm hounding Jeff. How do we make this right?
So at base, CoffeeZilla is going to have two probably pretty good defenses. First, these comments are 100% true. And second, they form the basis of his legally protected opinion, which is that Paul is a scammer because he cheated his fans out of millions of dollars.
Do you see Twitter's getting rid of likes? Just get rid of the whole fucking thing. Why stop at likes? Brother, throw out the baby with the basket.
And then finally, Paul's third claim is that a January 5th, 2024 YouTube video called Logan Paul's Refund, CoffeeZilla accused Paul of orchestrating a massive con, referred to Paul as a serial scammer, and claimed that Paul scammed those who bought Zoo tokens or CryptoZoo egg NFTs.
It is still 100% within Logan Paul's power as a near billionaire with Prime to make things right, fully right, with his fans who he scammed.
On January 4th, 2024,
I feel like like Optics 101, if you're that rich, you just give literally everyone their money back without questioning it. Just like, hey, send an email, we'll give you your money back. You know what I mean? Like, it sucks, but like, it's like, what, a couple mil? Hold the fucking L. You got like 20x that. And then nobody would give, they'd be like, oh, that's actually fucking, that's dope. Hell yeah.
Before Paul officially announced on X that his CryptoZoo egg NFT buyback program was operational. He posted a link to a website where holders could submit a claim for buyback, with Paul committing up to $2.3 million of his own money to the...
Crazy after your Mr. Beast takes? I think Mr. Beast should do the same. I think for the signed t-shirts, if those t-shirts were not signed by Mr. Beast, he should just pay the people back. Bang, done. You're trying to like catch me as a hypocrite. Bitch, I paid back fucking Slicker's debts. I paid back debts of another man who scammed people. I dropped $120K paying back people who got scammed across Twitch. As if I'm the fucking hypocrite. That wasn't even me. So if I were to have scammed, I'd pay that back in a heartbeat. I got scammed and paid back.
The effort. And on that same day, Paul sued Ibanez and Greenbaum, alleging that they'd scammed Paul and he relied on their advice. Now, CoffeeZilla's January 5th video was published one day after Paul sued the developers and finally made a refund offer. Paul claims that since CoffeeZilla had many of the documents and text messages Paul cited in his lawsuit, that any characterization of Paul as a con or a scammer is false and defamatory. But CoffeeZilla's video explains that Logan Paul's refund offer came with a bunch of strings. He was offering up to $2.3 million, but the estimated damages are more than $18 million. And anyone who accepts the refund must waive their legal rights to participate in a lawsuit filed by attorney Tom or in any other legal action against Paul.
Logan may be losing. Put in that light then. This refund starts to look less like...
You think if Logan Paul with a Mr. Beast challenge, you use it to pay back his... dude, imagine. Imagine Logan Paul wins the $1 million in the Mr. Beast challenge and he goes... I'm paying back the people from CryptoZoo. You said it had to go to my subs, and I figured it should go to the victims. That'd be so beast. That'd be so sick. God, I would be. I'm not even lying. I'd become the biggest Logan Paul fan that day. I would get a fucking WWE subscription. I'd be watching, you know, every damn Super Slam or whatever the fuck.
Like a good faith attempt to make things right, and more like a cynical bargaining chip to avoid getting in even more trouble.
Now, I don't know if Logan Paul is acting in good faith, but CoffeeZilla is perfectly entitled to that opinion. And there's no way to prove that factually, in Logan's brain, he had good intentions all along, including when his lawyers made a settlement offer. But CoffeeZilla certainly has plenty of reasons for concluding that there was a con and a scam. And as he points out in the video, he watched Logan's fans beg for a refund for 3 years.
But I was wrong. I mean, I wasn't wrong the first time he said I was wrong when he said he was going to still finish the game. I was wrong that he was going to do it at all.
But even after 12 months of work, you've still managed to overlook one crucial piece of information.
This is my favorite. This is my favorite. This is my favorite.
See, even though I've said it's coming so many times, you've assumed that CryptoZoo isn't being made. Who are you to decide when the development timeline ends? Trust me, CryptoZoo is coming. I will make damn sure of it.
Oops. So much for making damn sure of it, because there's no game.
And despite hemming and hawing about the game, Logan Paul didn't actually finish the Crypto Zoo.
Yeah.
And ironically, the lawsuit.
Yeah, not only did he not finish it, he said he's not making it now. I swear to God, the day Crypto Zoo comes out, I'm doing a 24-hour stream playing that shit. I'm hatching animals you've never fucking heard of at fucking spots you've never been to with fine-ass bitches you can't even imagine.
Lawsuit that Logan Paul filed against the developers made good use of CoffeeZilla's investigations and videos about Ibanez's background and Greenberg's secret sales of tokens.
Turns out Eddie Ibanez's entire backstory was a fabrication, including the MIT NFL story. Can you believe it? It's like, yeah, we know. And then he goes, yeah, well, you won't believe what I discovered. Crypto King secretly sold tokens.
By fine-ass bitches, I mean Aiden.
Yeah, we know.
And Nick Ingley.
Oh, Logan just shamelessly rips off my work claim for claim without citing me. I mean, he says things like Mr. Greenbaum would later admit that he made millions of dollars through his surreptitious sales of zoo tokens. But where did Logan find that admission? Was it perhaps when he investigated my video? Time and time again, this lawsuit copies my work, but is embarrassed to cite it. So they even have to say things like, based on public reports. What public report? Mr. Ibanez made approximately $1.7 million from selling zoo tokens. I could swear I've heard that before. And for my calculations, he made about $1.7 million.
So Logan Paul has sued CoffeeZilla for making false statements because he keeps repeating facts that Paul has acknowledged in his own lawsuit against the developers are true. But Logan Paul just doesn't like how CoffeeZilla has characterized these facts. Now, sure, Logan Paul wants people to look at these same facts and conclude that he had positive intentions and that he got taken advantage of the bad guys. And maybe you do, but you're also welcome to conclude that Logan Paul is a serial scammer.
Oh my God.
Because
dude, okay, I get it. People are like, Logan Paul's been scamming for 5 days in chat. It's because I'm streaming every day in the month of August. That's why I put day 5 in the title. It's not day 5 of Logan scamming. I mean, frankly, there's probably more than 5 days where he's been a part of that. No, but we're just day 5 of being live.
Because two people can draw different conclusions from the same facts, and it doesn't qualify as defamation. And while things that are labeled as opinion can sometimes give rise to defamation, they still need to be a verifiable fact. And there's actually case law applying the word scam in the context of cryptocurrency scheme.
Yeah, like every day I've been live, like Scam Watch day 5. Scam Watch day 9. Logan Paul still at the scams. No.
Courts have decided that using the word scam in the context of a cryptocurrency scheme is generally not a verifiable fact that can be proved true or false. But even if you could, it would still qualify as an opinion. And that makes sense. We call things scams all the time when there's an outcome that we don't necessarily like. Logan Paul asserts that you can only use the word scam to describe something where they intentionally intended something to steal money from someone, but that just doesn't jive with the regular definition of scam that we use all the time. Though it might actually apply in this case too. We don't know.
I find that it is a very versatile word that you can use in many circumstances.
Now, Logan,
who would use it inappropriately? That's so.
Paul's lawsuit seeks compensatory damages for the harm to his reputation, emotional distress, and punitive damages, and an injunction to prevent CoffeeZilla from continuing.
We got to remove emotional distress from the law. I feel like every lawsuit that sues for emotional distress is bullshit. There are some that are for sure real. I feel like 99% are bullshit. I feel like people suing for emotional distress is like always a fucking scam lawsuit.
Continuing to report on CryptoZoo. But the bottom line is that Logan Paul filed this lawsuit because...
Check super chats. Bro, Zach, you gotta leave me alone, man. You gotta. Lud, I'm moving into a new house for school this weekend. Can you send me a 10-foot by 10-foot tapestry of you and Coots hanging? Wait, what the fuck? I'm moving into a new house for school this weekend. Can you send me a 10-foot by 10-foot tapestry of you and Coots to hang above my bed? Brother, I don't even have one of those myself. Mudo Mapping, thank you for the 25 months. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Free my mans. He didn't do shit. He said he was going to touch my little brown hole tonight. All right. We got a thing around these parts called horny jail. You go to horny jail for 24 hours. He'll be out. All right. It's not like he's in the state fucking penitentiary. I put him on a fucking house arrest.
Because he wants to silence his main critic. And that's the very definition of a slap suit. And even though CoffeeZilla won't be able to use the TCPA, he still has every other defense to a defamation lawsuit, including his statements are true facts, and also his own opinions. The First Amendment also...
He said chocolate starfish. Bitch, I've been on Urban Dictionary. I know what that means.
Protects rhetorical hyperbole, which is how we describe exaggerated over-the-top speech employed for rhetorical effect. And frankly, even if these statements were defamatory, Paul would probably struggle to prove damages. Now, so far, CoffeeZilla hasn't said anything publicly, which is very smart. He's hired some great attorneys, and it looks like he'll let them do the talking, which, again, is smart, because when it comes to IRL legal disputes, the shit gets real. Now, as far as I know, CoffeeZilla has not started a GoFundMe or a campaign to recoup any of his legal defense costs, and those can get astronomically expensive. Ethan Klein of H3H3 incurred hundreds of thousands of dollars in a fair use dispute, and that was 10 years ago. But the next best thing would be to support CoffeeZilla on Patreon, which is where he gets most of his funding anyway.
What a nice video from fucking Legal Eagle.
I'll put a link to CoffeeZilla's Patreon in the description of this video. I highly recommend becoming a member of CoffeeZilla's Patreon and contributing what you can. CoffeeZilla does great work, and it would be a real shame to let someone like Logan Paul silence CoffeeZilla. And in fact, I did a little digging and found that CoffeeZilla is actually represented by some very good attorneys. In fact, if you've been watching this channel for a while, you might actually have heard of them, because CoffeeZilla has retained Mark Bankston and Bill Ogden over at Farrer and Ball. They have been spearheading much of the defamation litigation against Alex Jones and are responsible for the approximately $50 million verdict for the Texas plaintiffs against Jones. And Bankston in particular is responsible for what might be the cross-examination of the decade, when he created the Perry Mason moment, when he crossed Alex Jones on the stand and caught him in a lie after Jones's attorney accidentally sent Bankston the contents of Jones's phone. We talked about that at the time. It was an epic and textbook cross-examination skewering.
I remember that. That was so embarrassing. Because the lawyer just sent the fucking wrong shit to the wrong person. That was so embarrassing. I've made that mistake one time. I remember vividly in 9th grade. There was this girl named Brittany who I had a crush on, and I wrote out a text of me confessing my feelings to her, and then I accidentally hit send. And then this is back in the day where text messages you could delete before it's sent, and it might not send out because it took a while. And then she didn't talk to me, and then moved schools the next year, and we never talked ever again. So I'm pretty sure she got it.
So CoffeeZilla is in pretty good hands. But don't take it from me. I reached out to CoffeeZilla's lawyers and got Mark Bankston on the phone. Mark, thanks for being here. You are actually representing CoffeeZilla, is that correct?
No, that's correct. My partner Bill Ogden and I have agreed to represent CoffeeZilla in this very exciting suit.
You know, in the world of online lawyers, there's a whole spectrum of people that are qualified and that are not. A quick perusal of your resume seems to indicate that you guys know your way around defamation.
Yeah, most folks are probably aware of my defamation practice through the lawsuits that I brought against Alex Jones and InfoWars on behalf of several Sandy Hook parents. This situation is used on a different foot. This will actually be
fucking good movie, fella. Good movie.
The first time that we are defending someone from a defamation suit. But it is something we very strongly believe in. And
I used to be a little Star Wars slut back in the day, man. I fucking loved Star Wars.
This particular case.
You know, I've never watched a 9th episode. I was a diehard Star Wars fan. I watched the first 6 probably 7 times each. I watched all the behind the scenes shit for the first 3 because they had really good like DVD exclusive special shit for all of them. It actually, I think to this day, still one of the best like DVD extras is, I think it's for Revenge of the Sith. They had this, it was like I forget what they called it, but it was like within a minute, and it showed every single department and what they did for a single minute of the film and how they had to work on it. Really cool because it shows all the different like departments and all that. It's probably on YouTube, man. It's so good. Star Wars within a minute. Yeah. It's an hour-long documentary on a single minute of the show or the movie. It's actually one of the greatest documentaries I've seen for like a DVD extra only. But it goes through like the storyboarding, it goes through like art department, it goes through like practical actors, obviously, like green screen. It's so sick. It's so sick. Yeah, look at this. They have like this heat map of like the universe. Of like all the different departments and shit. It's so sick. But yeah, man, ever since they fucking that Disney takeover, I watched 7, I watched 8, I never watched 9 ever. I never watched 9 ever. I don't think I ever will. Because all I've heard is every time I say I don't watch 9, people are like, good. You have dodged a bullet, sir. Congratulations, this is good for you. So anyway, I feel good on this Legal Eagle video. I don't think I'm adding much to it. I'm gonna let it rest there. But I do like my man Legal Eagle. Legus Aegis. The lawsuit is so dead Logan Paul filmed him. And defamation lawsuit incoming.
When I was 6, I would drink Colgate mouthwash every night because I thought it would clean the inside of my body. 22 years later, I go to the ER for kidney stones. Makes you think unseen.
Okay,
What's actually in our mouthwash? No.
I think I think those are unrelated. And I think you might have had tendencies, or perhaps this seems like I've heard people who are, what's that thing called? Hypochondriac? Is that it? I've heard people who drink mouthwash for like a desire to clean the germs inside them. That's not too uncommon.
Bro is trying to tell us about defamation law but can't even tell us if a song is copyrighted.
Okay. Nah, see, now you're being hurtful. There's no reason to be hurtful. All right. All right, chat.
Thank you for dumbing it down for me. I now feel comfortable becoming a member. I think I will fit in here.
Appreciate that, man. Speaking of, if you guys are a member, I'm about to switch over to a member-only stream.
Ludwig be coughing, must have the virus from slime. Been French kissing Slim, haven't you?
I've not been French kissing slime, just to clarify. I've not been French kissing slime. I'm about to do a member-only stream. Why are you doing a member-only stream? Because I like to play this game called Valorant. But I don't like to play Valorant online, on stream, because all of you guys fucking hate it. So I play it on a member-only stream, and if you just got lucky because Quigley gave out 50 gifted, then you can tune in and watch. Now, I'm going to play some daily games before I jump in. You guys got about, like, I'll say, like, 20 minutes. I'm going to play one solo game, then a game with stands. That's probably it. But yeah, if you want to tune in for that. I'm gonna play it. Damn, thank you for the memberships, boys. I appreciate it. I'm trying to, my goal is at least once a week do some game. My goal is once a week member only stream, once a week fucking Parasocial Club. That's my dream. What is this?
I'll say it one more time. I do not care what you go by. I support whatever makes people happy. I do not exclude people. I don't, for what they, if they're fine by me, they're fine. Hey. Wild, bro. Wild, I have to talk about this. This is crazy. Cue up. Insane. You hate everyone equally? Bro, I'll tell you guys the one person I hate. You want to know? You want to know? I'll say it. The teammates in my fucking solo queue games.
Oh, dude, I thought he was going to say me. Holy shit. I thought he was going to say the one person I hate is Ludwig. That would fucking kill me inside. Imagine. Play the rest of the clip.
And Ludwig. That's it.
Right.
That's it. I'll say it one more time. I do not care what you go by. I support whatever makes people happy. I do not exclude people. I don't, for what they, if they're fine by me, they're fine. Hey. Wild, bro. Wild, I have to talk about this. This is crazy. Cue up. Insane. You hate everyone equally? Bro, I'll tell you guys the one person I hate. You wanna know? You wanna know? I'll say it. The teammates in my fucking solo queue games and Ludwig. That's it. That's it. I'll say it one more time. I do not care what you go by. I support whatever makes people happy. I do not exclude people. I don't for what they if they're fine by me, they're fine. Hey. Wild, bro. Wild, I have to talk about this. This is crazy. Queue up. Insane. You hate everyone equally? Bro, I'll tell you guys the one person I hate. You wanna know? You wanna know? I'll say it. The teammates in my fucking solo queue games and Ludwig. That's it. That's it. I'll say it one more time. I do not care what you go by. I support whatever makes people happy. I do not exclude people. I don't for what they if they're fine by me, they're fine. Hey. Wild, bro. Wild, I have to talk about this. This is crazy. Queue up. Insane. You hate everyone equally? Bro, I'll tell you guys the one person I hate.
He cuts me deep with his words, he does. Thank you for the gifted avocado fry pan. I appreciate that. Thank you. It's very kind. I got a gifted sub.
What?
Oh.
Hey, next time Tyler 1 is live, can you donate some subs so he's forced to play Elden Ring?
Wait, what? How does that? I don't know how that sentence ends with the result you just talked about. He's going to play Elden Ring if I specifically donate subs or if anyone donates subs? Thank you, Sage, for the membership. I appreciate it. Talk about Mr. Beast. Chat, should we talk about Mr. Beast? I feel like I haven't talked about it yet.
Could you do me a favor, Ludwig? It is alright if you say no. Also, I just wanted to donate again and I will support CZ on Patreon. Love your content.
You already did? I know. I talked about it like 4 times. We've talked about it like 4 times today. No, I think people just come in here and they want to hear it like right away or whatever. Has penis ever been the Wordle? No, but one day it will be. And when it is, I will be first. I has Cube, thank you for the membership. Charlie, thank you for the membership. All right, what about, hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. Check this out. No, I lost it. I'm out. I'm out. Wait. How about this? Earns. I put the S in the same spot. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Okay. How about N ensue? I'm so fucking good at this shit. Mini crossword. Okay. Petty fight is a squabble, a quarrel, an argument. Funny little habit is a quirk. I can't blank that. Response to being told Colonel Sanders' bow tie looks like a stick figure's body. I can't. What the fuck is that? Mother of pearl design on a guitar. Isn't it the guard? Isn't that what it's called? Colored as hair. Liberal. Sorry, no. Colored as hair. I don't know what the fuck that means. Colored dyes? Dies? Died? Died. Source of edible ink. I don't know. I don't know what a source of edible ink is. Like the horror movie titles in Chopping Mall in Santa's Sleigh. They're festive. Airplane seat choice. Aisle. Guard has to be wrong. Guard is wrong. It is aisle, though. Okay. Grippy part of the tire. Ooh, I love that grippy tire. It is the tread. 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 The treed. The tread. Wait, what is it called? The tread? Fuck, I'm blanking on the word. Paper with the answers on it is the key. Okay, petty fight is a spat. Edible ink is squid. Pussy. No, that's wrong. Like the horror movies. I don't know. I can't unsee. Punty. Punly. Punsies? Mother of pearl design on a guitar. Punsies? Tread. Punsies? That's so easy, bro. Oh, that's so easy. What the fuck is punny? Is punny a word? Punny is like what Super Smash Bros. Players who got no holes say when they get a good combo, right? Big punny. Punny. It's a real word?
Punny.
It means consisting of puns? Oh, wow. New York Times connections. Birthday. Candy. Okay, wait. Pause. Aaron Carter songs. Wait, wow. Okay, wait. Card. Get well card. Get well soon. Get by. Get it? What the fuck am I looking at? Congratulations. Thank you. Make do. Manage. Hack it. Get by. Okay, nice. Witness. See. Shadow. Understand? No. Get well. Thank you. Birthday. Congratulations. Cards. Okay. Shadow the Hedgehog. Witness. See. Understand. Get it. Fuck. Is capsize one of them? It's this four. Bang! Capiche. I didn't think you spelled capiche like that. I thought that was capsize. Capiche. I thought capiche was spelled Capeesh. Capiche. I thought this was like what made peppers spicy. Capiche. Man, I had a teacher in fucking third grade. She'd go, every time she would go, capiche, all the kids would have to go, capoosh. And that meant we understood. I later found out capoosh isn't a fucking word. She just made some shit up. But I mean, whatever. My 8th grade teacher told me that blood was blue, and then when it came out of the skin, it became red. Also a lie. That's right. That's true. I'm sorry to say to you guys, you are so poorly educated. blood do be red. It do be red. It is not blue. It's a darker red. It is not blue. And if you're looking at the veins on your arms, the veins are blue. Okay? The veins are blue. It's not when it's oxygenated. What do you think happens when you draw blood? Also, pause. Do you think the blood in your body isn't oxygenated? You think there's no oxygen fucking going through your body right now? Look, hey, here's an easy way to believe that blood is red. If it was blue and then changed to red when it was oxygenated, there would be 50,000 viral TikToks of the instant color change happening, of somebody drawing out blood in a vacuum chamber and then releasing it to the oxygenation and then filming the change. That doesn't exist. You would have seen the TikTok by now. You just would have seen it. Why haven't you seen the TikTok? Oxygen's in the blood? I know this. Blood's just red. It's a little darker red, though. Don't put the yapping thing, Tim, because you're mad because you thought it was blue. You should be embarrassed. And I'm going to get the song in first try. I got my mind set on you. Oh, I know this. Yup. Yup, I know this one. 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 No, I know this one. I know this one. Taylor Swift, Shake It Off. I'm going to go, though, no, not The Weeknd. Who would it be? It might be, give me Pitbull. Timba. No, it's way too early. 2019 is kind of recent. 2019? I don't know. Give me the fucking, I really can't think of a single. Maroon 5. Gautier? No, that's not right. What the fuck? I'm just gonna throw in Gautier. I don't know it. I don't know it. What the fuck is that song? Fucking, I don't know, like Chevy Week? The Ford Eldorado? I don't know that. Whistle. Flow Rida Whistle. Game on my whistle. Let it cover like it. Okay, you got me thinking, you got me sugar like you. Tim, you are so fucking desperate. The blood is red. The AFC team had 6 different players starting QBs since 2010, including Brian Hoyer. It's the, of course, wait. This AFC team had 6 different playoff starting QBs. Oh, this is the Texans. In 2004, the NL Central team won 67 games, despite Lyle Overbay and Scott Podesnik leading the NL in doubles and stolen bases. The Mariners. That's not Central. The Ohio, what do you call them? The Braves? No. What's the Ohio team called? The fucking, what do you call them? Ugh. The Chicago Cubs. The last American to win gold in single women's tennis was this woman who defeated Maria Sharapova in the 2012 match. Give it to my girl. After India, what is the most populated country in the world that starts with I? Indonesia. Who are these 2 celebrities? Jesus Christ. That's Billie Eilish? I don't know the guy. I don't know the guy. He's not an actor. I don't know the guy. He's definitely not someone on camera a lot. You can tell by the way he shaves his head. Doesn't shave it to the bone. I don't know the guy. Billy Myers. Before selling the brand to Ferrero in 2018, before selling the brand to Ferrero in 2018, this company's name was found on the box and wrappers of Raisinets. Nabisco? No. What actress played Christina Yang, a surgical intern who works her way up? Oh my God. I literally can envision her face so crystal clear, but I don't. Fuck. Shit. I don't remember her name. Fuck. Oh, shit. I can't remember her name. I don't remember it. But I watch a lot of Grays. Kate Hudson and Anne Hathaway played 2 best friends who turned enemies in a race to get married first in this 2009 rom-com. I don't remember. 27 Dresses or some shit? Initially gained fame as Filthy Frank on YouTube, this Japanese-Australian singer-songwriter has had hits like Slow Dancing in the Dark Room, Glimpse of Us, and Run. Joji. Look at that. Wait, what? Joji was the least commonly answered question of the 36,000 people who do this. 30,000 people got that one wrong. That one was so easy. That's crazy to me. Yeah, it's definitely a boomer game. It was Nestle, not Nabisco. Nestle sold it to Ferrero? I'm shocked. Bride Wars, I don't remember that. Sandra, oh, fuck. I wouldn't have gotten that. Billie Eilish, it was her and Billy Joel. That makes sense that it's a Billy. It was the Milwaukee Brewers. I don't know baseball. I feel good about the other 3. The Texans was a good get. The other ones were easy. I'd like to go from East Timor to Macau. Well, I hope you can find yourself a boat because I'm not doing it. All right, chat. I'm switching gears. As you can hear, I'm a bit sick. So I'm going to wrap this stream up a bit early. A little before 3 hours. I apologize for the short stream. But I hope y'all forgive me. I'll be live still tomorrow. Don't exactly know what I'm going to do. Oh, no, I know what I'm doing. I'm playing Fall Guys tomorrow. We got some gaming tomorrow, baby. We got some Fall Guys. It's a good crew. We got me, Foolish, Ellum, and Selbit. So that's going to be tomorrow, I think, like 4 p.m. So hopefully I'll see y'all then. We'll play for like a few hours. So anyway, that'll be tomorrow. I'm doing a members only stream right now. I'm still doing that. I'm playing Valo with Stans. Valo with Stans. No, I still need to hit diamond, bro. So I'm still at it. So if you are a member, I'll see you there. If you're not a member, I'll see you tomorrow. Anyway, appreciate y'all hanging out. Thank you for all the memberships today. Thank you for watching. Appreciate that. We had 22K people in the building today. Which is nice, which is dope. And I'll be live every day this month, man. I think people like when I'm live every day. Even if you guys aren't able to watch live, I know the VOD frogs, if you're watching at home, what up? Appreciate you. All right. Thanks for wishing me well. I'll be better soon. It's just a cough. A bit of a cough. But anyway, I'm out, y'all. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Hopefully you do something nice for future you, whatever that is. You know, hey, get your vitamin C right. That's all I'll say. You know, get your vitamin D right. Don't get sick like me, basically. All right, appreciate y'all. Members, I'll see you guys in like a minute. The stream just went live. Tim! Okay, you know what? And you're cut off. And you're cut off, Tim. Now no one can see it. The blood is red in your body. I don't know what's hard about that. All right, members. Stream is available right here. Peace.